Kisuke. So I will specify for all of the pronunciation things, what I specifically did when I was looking it over was that I looked at the lines themselves and I basically just asked myself each time, would the person reading this line know how to say that word? Because obviously I have the mention of, like, I know that some people, but not all, are familiar with Bleach as a property. Like Caleb and Shiro and Serpens don't need really any help for the most part, as we've established. They don't need help figuring out how to pronounce things. Like Caleb especially, he's as much of a fanboy as I am. But it's a case of, like, anytime I've looked at it, I'm just like, hey, like, for example, would Shiro know how to pronounce "let's still"? And things of that nature. That's how I saw it. That's why I'm having. Yesterday I was like, hey, if any of you need any help, just let me know. There we go. Yes. Rukia Kuchiki. Currently I have the OST playing. We are not, well, And I love that Discord isn't working. Where is the Discord icons for the people I'm in the call with? You are so big. What the hell? There we go. Yes, this again. Wait. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Discord's not. We're Discording. Why do you do the things that you do? Why is it trying to capture the audio of Marvel Rivals that I don't even have open? I guess we're gonna have to deal with scuff. How did I fix this last time? Technical difficulties is just a typical, very, very typical, YouTube stream. Or, VTuber stream. Why is this not? Nope, that's not what I wanted. Alright, I'm going to put this on. I'm gonna put Discord on streamer mode, and then have that be the background. That's not what I wanted, but you know what? I will deal with it. Actually, no, I'll
Ezreal,
just put
that's
on
so.
BRB. That causes less problems if I just go in BRB. Who is DMing me while I'm doing this? Apparently, the reason Serpens isn't here is because he genuinely thought it was a different time. Hi, Cowpoke! Don't worry, we're just having typical problems. Um, uh, yeah. So I'm just trying to. Yeah, Serpens thought it was a different time, so he ended up getting confused and made lunch, apparently. How do I fix the Discord? Why is it broken? Never mind, I'll just make a new thing. Where's the Um, party chat. Okay, I see what it is. All right, let's see if it works this time. I can see it on OBS if you guys are realize this audio is working.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me
Yes,
okay?
they can hear you. I
All
can
right, good, good,
see
good.
it. I can see it moving.
Excellent.
Old one.
We good?
Yep,
Did we fix it?
I did.
Yay!
I don't know why it broke in the
Yippee!
first place, but we're gonna accept it and move on.
We won.
Yep. I hear someone joining.
Hi, Abyss. Abyss
Oh,
joined.
Hey, Abyss.
hello.
Hey, Laura.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, chat.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hello.
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 I
Also,
hope
I'd
you're all
like to
doing
mention
wonderfully.
something I am very proud of because it caused me more frustration than it really should have. I got my daily redeem working, so then it tells you how many times you've joined my streams.
Base, let me take a seat.
Yep.
Oh, is that?
There you
Oh,
go.
that's what that is. Oh, please, yeah. Then hold on. Let me.
Oh, who
We're-
just called me a tiny spider? I want to fight. I'm gonna
Actually,
fight
what?
you.
That's crazy.
Mookie.
That's crazy.
Mookie called you a tiny spider. I don't even know why.
I'm gonna
I'm
fight you.
looking at the
Tiny
reactive.
spider.
Oh,
Are you
never
a
mind.
spider?
Aw,
Wait,
it's so
Abyss, are you a
cute.
spider VTuber?
In particular, I am a spider siren.
What?
You know, like
Ah.
the evil mermaid. I am a spider siren.
Thanks for the hydrate,
Yo,
Cowpoke.
that sounds sick.
Mm-hmm. I haven't revealed my
That
model
sounds
officially yet, so it'll be more obvious at the future instead of a tiny little spider.
Yeah. I also definitely will be
Ooh, okay.
adjusting the Foogies as stream goes on because the annoying thing about Foogies in OBS is that it basically just dedicates a space on your screen for the Foogies, and then I don't know how much time shout out. It doesn't tell me, but you have like a specific space dedicated on your screen, and then when as people join and leave, it just shrinks and grows them to accommodate the specific space. So if you have one person in the Fugi, it takes up the entire space of the screen. But if you have, for example, 7 people in a call, it'll make shrink them all so that they all fit. Like if you look on
So
screen right
true.
now, you'll see that you guys are just slowly shrinking.
Yeah, I'm a little guy.
That's why I have to
Little
grow
guy.
you again.
I have to go. You have to what me? That's crazy. That's crazy.
We're gonna have to ball you up and throw you.
Yeah. By the way,
We just started.
Serpents.
He's
Serpents.
gonna what
I'm
me,
sorry.
chat? That's crazy.
I have been
I'm
enlightened.
sorry.
I now
Hi,
understand
serpent.
what you meant when you said Overlord was insane.
I told you,
That's
and
crazy.
also sorry for being late. For some reason, I thought it was later tonight again.
You are
I
absolutely
forget that. I
fantastic.
forget that there are. I forget it's not just us playing Marvel Rivals.
You are absolutely
No,
good.
no. Do you want to see how I paid for it? I was making a sandwich in the other room. I was making a PB and J.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw
Ooh.
your stream, I like literally threw my hands up in the air and I threw the peanut butter that was on my knife into the air and I caught it in my hands.
The knife?
I was like, no, I caught the fucking peanut butter globe,
Oh my
but I
god.
put away the knife. And I tried to fucking wash my hands in the peanut butter, but it just kept spreading because of the type of oil that's in the peanut butter.
Oh my
Washing
god.
peanut butter off your hands is a nightmare.
By
It
the
is
It's a
way,
insane. But I was
nightmare.
able.
It really is.
I will mention
Oh
Mookie.
my
Shiro
god.
is joining. He just has some IRL things that he is attending to, and he will join at his earliest convenience.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
just made a sandwich.
Well, sandwich.
I
So I
will
was
ask
throwing my
if,
sandwich.
because at the moment my largest concern overall is how many delays we can accommodate for Axel.
I'll stay as long as I can. I did some stuff to get it out of the way early, to just in case. So
Yeah.
depending on how long it goes, yeah, I should still be able to read both chapters. But I will message you if something does come up.
Understood. Yeah. Because, like, so far we've been live for 20 minutes. I'm hoping we can get this done. For me, it's 11:30. So I'm
How long
hoping we can
How
finish
long
the
could it possibly
reading.
go on?
I'm hoping we can finish the reading by 2.
Ooh,
Yeah, so that would be like
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
what? Yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah, so that'll be
Yeah.
like 4
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
And
I hope we
definitely
did all that. For
definitely to reiterate, all of you are absolutely free to leave. Obviously, I've things come up, or once the reading is done, there's no expectation to stay. Last time for the read along, Serpens was the only one who stayed after the reading was done, and he and I just chatted for an entire hour. So
Oh,
Nice.
dude, I was fucked. I read your fucking thing wrong.
you're good.
I will see. I will see if I can stay. I will see if I can stay a little bit after. I do want to, but that's no guarantee. Of
Shout
course.
out Rain. Oh, Rainbow.
Yes. Yeah. No, I have to. Speaking of which, that's part of the reason I have to leave, so because I have to prepare for something. So
I think it's
Real.
I think when I saw your notification for when the stream was, it was like late at night.
Ah,
Was it the was and I was like when I was reading your thing, it's like your at like I read June 28th, 2025, 7 p.m. So I
ah.
thought I had time. But then looking at it now, it says 2 p.m. and I'm just like, fuck me.
Also, chat, if you could let me know how the current audio is balanced, because I did just put the OST back on. I wanted to have it as, like, nice, blissful background noise, something really quiet.
Wow. I'm testing the background noise. Wow.
Testing.
No, I mean-
Testing the audio.
I mean the actual OST.
testing 1 2 3. Testing 1.
Wow.
Testing. Testing.
Wow.
Skibbity dub dub dub.
Skibbity bop.
Skibbity bop boo bop.
Skibbity dub dub. Skibbity dub dub.
Wow.
Okay, mods, you have to
Well, see-
realize the timer also works for me. I can't do anything about it. It's like a Twitch integrated system where you can't just spam shoutouts for the sake of, because that's like a whole thing. People will do that.
Skibbity again.
If you-
I'll
if you-
time you out
if
of
you
here,
want
Serpent.
to.
Skibbity dub dub.
If you want to, exclamation SO and then the streamer's name will also work. It won't be. It'll just at least produce the link for them to shout them out. But I don't think that has a cooldown. Exclamation SO and then the streamer's name.
Also, just to kind of be like, just kind of say, hi, Welshie. Well, Welshie, my friend's here. In the
Yeah, that
chat.
did not work.
Yippee.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Exclamation shout out. Wait, is it? Oh,
I
this
can
is
do
gonna
the
be-
// shout
There
out,
we
but
go.
Yeah.
There we go. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Eating a sandwich.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Turkey
Never mind.
sandwich.
A sandwich.
it's a sandwich.
Turkey sandwich.
Oh
The
my God.
sandwich.
As Kinger said in Amazing Digital Circus.
Real.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that in a while.
The new episode just came out. You should
love
watch it.
Digital Circus.
Nah.
It is so fucking good.
Yep.
I'm Team Ragged.
Yeah,
though,
episode
personally.
5 is peak.
I'm sorry, did you say
It is.
what?
5 is peak.
What?
It's still-
What?
he's-
Abyss, what?
I'm Team
Kinger
Ragged.
has still been able to be Team
Team-
Ragged.
Okay.
I like
I'm
Ragged.
Team
though.
Kinger.
Okay, guys.
I'm thinking her.
Wait, guys, hear me. Hear me out, Evil Pomni.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm more surprised that Serpens isn't all for Jax.
Thank you.
I like Kinger.
She's so real.
I like.
I like red flags.
I like Deku Jax. That was interesting.
Hi guys, I'm Evil Jax.
Oh, hey
guys.
guys! Gosh, I
No.
really hope you have a good time playing this. I really hope you have fun today.
It's
I'm
okay.
really
I
good.
think you look
I'm
good.
really in the bunker.
I love-
Shut up! I don't want
I
to hear
love
that from
that.
you. I want you dead.
We have two
I love it.
Dekus in the party.
Power of Overwatch. No, wait, that's the wrong
Oh
one.
my
God damn it! No.
Okay, actually, I do have
I
a
love that
series.
Evil
I have a
Jax-
question for all of you for like a writing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the concept of the Deku syndrome, where someone has a power that is more than their body can handle, and they have to grow into that strength, is MHA the first time that's happened?
No, it is not. It is
No,
not. They just did
absolutely
it.
not.
They just did it the worst.
Okay, what's before that? Because I generally can't think of any examples that pre-existed.
Yeah,
Black
I
Clover.
don't-
Well, Avatar did that because Aang has an Avatar state
Yeah.
he cannot control, so he has to
I-
learn to grow into that power.
I feel like
Avatar
that's
did
a
that,
different
Oh, yeah.
concept because he still could handle his power by default. It was more that he couldn't handle like the Super Saiyan state, effectively speaking.
Well, no, it's just that
Um,
he had no control over it. He had absolutely
Actually,
no
wait.
conscious control over it as a result.
Grim.
Hmm?
You made a perfect point right there. The fucking Super Saiyan state. Goku had to learn how to use the Super Saiyan state. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't just.
Kaioken.
Yeah, Kaioken too,
Also-
and also Luffy
Also,
technically too
am I-
from One Piece. Mm-hmm.
Am I just learning? Am I just learning that you guys call him Grim and not Braggy? I'm stupid, bro.
I've been called
Am I
so many
actually-
names. I respond to all of them.
No. Wait.
I saw Grimlock and I just go by Grim.
Half
Wait,
the
wait, Grim.
people I know
Oh.
call me Grim. I hear a few Grimlocks. I hear a few Broggies. I respond to them all. Hi, Skog.
Wait.
I started calling
Nice
him
God.
Braggy because I thought Grimlock was like it was like an adjective or something before Braggy.
It's
Like
a-
you are
It's a
like
transformer.
you're not Braggy, you're Grimlock Braggy. You know what I mean? Like that's what I thought.
So,
Like an
Yeah,
adjective.
what does the adjective mean? What is a Grimlock as an adjective? How would you use it in a sentence?
Grimlock is an adjective.
Darn it! I can't believe I Grimlocked today. Damn it!
You are my Deku.
No.
My only Deku.
So-
You make me happy.
Gotcha.
You
No.
have such a lovely
Great.
voice, Kachan. You're putting me to sleep. It's so cozy.
so
Just
Wait,
fall
wait,
right
wait.
asleep.
for the
Grim. Yeah.
for the origin of my name, it's
You had
as
me
simple
into-
as
Dear, you
my
like
favorite
chicken breast?
transformer, and Bragi is the Norse god of literature.
I love Grimlock so much.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Ooh.
Wait. Grim, I actually want to further expand upon like this is just me being a nerd about One Piece, but when you brought up how like a power that he couldn't like withstand or use in Luffy's powers, he spent 10 years just learning how to punch with his powers.
I'm
Just to
That's
punch.
crazy.
What?
Just a punch?
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
because
okay.
like his power. Sorry.
Hold
go
on. There's a distinction there. I'd say Luffy is far more into, as I'm sure you're going to enjoy this comparison. I'd say Luffy is more the Mirio category of a complicated to use power that he just has to learn how to utilize, rather than something that is greater than he can physically withstand. Because Deku's whole
No, no,
power
no.
is literally that his
Mhm.
body would shatter the moment he used it, and he had to slowly adapt his body into being able to use it. Luffy was a lot more of like the sheer complexity that comes with my body is pliable and rubberized. I can manipulate it effectively however I want. There's a lot of complexity that comes with that. It's a lot more of the skill to perform at that level of quality.
I have one, but I'm going to avoid spoilers. I know it's
I-
like 30. I know it's like
Skill
20 years old, but
perform.
spoilers. But Vast
I-
Stampede.
Mhm.
That okay, I understand what you're
Oh.
talking about. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Mm.
And I agree with you on the Mirio concept, Grim, with Luffy. However, with Deku's way of thinking, it was just I just need to use it. I just need to use it. Like, like not him trying to figure out. I need to find a way to use it that doesn't fucking kill me.
I mean,
You
we
know
could
what I
all
mean?
agree of the disappointment that was Deku being hyped to be someone that studies and analyzes quirks, and not bothering to put any of that into his actual quirk. We can all
Yep.
agree that's just
Oh.
stupid.
Well, kind
I
of.
mentioned
Again,
One
no,
Piece,
no
Loki.
spoilers, but
I
there's
love
no
One Piece.
spoilers. But there's parts going forward with quirks that he uses that that he does learn from other people. But I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
god,
spoil
I
it.
hate.
I mean,
I
Yeah,
hate that. I hate that so much.
I don't actually. I think it's pretty interesting.
It's just
so
Spider-Man.
so here's the
Well, I mean,
distinction.
he had to learn that from somewhere, though. He had to learn that. So what he did was he had to analyze. He had to analyze the movement of how certain of how, for instance, Bakugo
Yeah.
had to
Bakugo and the
utilize
tape
his
tube.
powers.
The tape tube,
Exactly.
especially.
And even when it came down to just using his own quirk, I will argue that after trying it out the first few times, he began to learn how to adjust his power based off of what he learned from himself and also what he sees with, All Might. Because he learned how All Might was able to just use it outright, and he had to adjust his quirk as a result of that, which is why he held
So,
it back.
at least by my own understanding and perception, a big part of the frustration is that first and foremost, the sheer idea of like the concept that it would take actual years for Izuku to use the power at its fullest, and the ingenuity at the first two seasons where it was an inevitability that he would break himself while using it, so he had to be more creative with how he used his quirk, was an incredibly fun concept for a shonen protagonist. If people enjoyed seeing someone actually have to utilize their brain for things of that nature and all of that. And it was the whole fact of it did take a season and a half and someone else's direct input for him to actually devote that thought into questioning how was All Might able to regulate it as well as he did. And for the extended point that you were bringing up, a lot of that, at least in my own perception, is that people were frustrated for two reasons. First and foremost, because a lot of people forgot that Deku's pointed out at the very beginning in the first chapter that this would result, the end of the series would result in him being the quote-unquote greatest hero. A lot of people forgot that. So when they saw that he got that quote-unquote power increase, when he already had what was critically acclaimed to be one of the most powerful quirks ever created, people thought it was kind of an ass pull. Granted, I will admit, it's a double-edged sword. I can see where it makes logistical sense for why it took until Deku for that thing to occur. I can understand logistically how that functions, but I won't disagree that it does feel kind of confusing that All Might, who had it for 40 years as confirmed, never got any inclination of that occurring.
Well,
It's weird.
something I'll also just sort of bring up that I think people forget about. I think Deku hate's a little unnecessary because people forget. He's a child,
Oh yeah,
a bullied child,
Yeah.
bullied
Yeah, he is
child,
a child.
a
aggressively
bullied,
bullied.
an aggressively life-threatening bullied child. Yes, he's not going to be the smartest kid, and he's going to make dumb decisions. And yes, he may even be a bit emotional. He was bullied
Yeah.
and a child.
Okay, my pure Deku heat only fully realized. Like I was kind of just chill because it was just like, okay, he's like, But my Deku hate, as soon as they revealed Mirio, as soon as they brought up his character and what he was made up to be, I hated both All Might and Deku. I hated both of them. That's where it's not because like not like because he's like stupid or anything, like purely because of the circumstance of what happened.
Yeah.
And I get that like defeats the point of Mirio's character because Mirio is just like, nah, I can still do it even without the ability.
He's very much the self-made man. He is
Well,
very
just like
much
the self-made man, and I respect that.
Right.
But you cannot tell me that Mirio would have been better with it.
Well,
That would have no, not better. You cannot tell me that Mirio would have been worse with it.
Well, the context of that is that you also have to remember All Might was quirkless. So when he sees somebody with the same spirit as he did, another quirkless boy who tried to save Bakugo despite him probably almost getting killed, he saw that and he thought, this kid, despite not having anything, just like me, was willing to do this. And so he saw himself in Deku, and which is why he decided, you know what? Somebody took a chance on me, even when I didn't have a quirk. I'm going to do the same thing. That makes perfect sense to me, honestly.
That is one of the moments where I see people have a hatred for All Might, and I can't completely argue against it. Because All Might's whole thing was that he very much did start off quirkless, and it was pure chance that he met Nana Shimura. But he still very clearly was determined completely on his own to be a hero simply because it was right. And he knows that is his origin. But of course, there is the inarguable standpoint that he does bring up himself of, if he is one of, if not the most powerful heroes ever, and that's what happens to him as the one of the greatest possible heroes to ever exist, then it's very difficult to, in good conscience, ask someone who is without power in this generation to put themselves into an equal level of danger. I can understand why he would
Especially
make that a judgment, but that's also, to an extent, him ignoring his own origin and motivations of wanting to do what's right simply because it is right. And that's where I
Especially-
understand
Yeah.
the whole motivation, like the whole
Wasn't-
hatred for him, because he simply told Izuku, hey, just be a cop. And it's like, this man was fully ready to throw himself into it, and it was pure chance that Nana Shimura picked him, and he has to acknowledge that. He acknowledges that multiple times, that he only has the power because he met her by chance.
I will say this. I will say one thing that to me kind of justified it. This is just me personally. So assuming that, okay, so at that point when he met Deku, All Might was the way he was. So he already met Mirio, he already knew him and everything. He was gonna trust his sidekick.
I also
But
will mention on a
Deku gave
side
him-
note, I'll give us 15 minutes for Shiro to come in, and if he can't, then I'll probably just have Serpens sub in as Kisuke.
Okay.
I
But
Yeah.
Deku gave All Might hope. He saw him, and that's not something that Mirio really did. He was just trusting, like, okay, he was just trusting his sidekick, like, okay, I'm just going to assume this is the best vessel. He was just going based off of information that would theoretically make the best hero. And then when he sees somebody that's just like him, it re-inspires hope into him one more time. Because right when he met him, he was this depressed, tired, not old man, but older man who's just
Actually,
Was
he is an
he-
old man. He was like 55.
Having
oh,
a
yeah,
midlife
old
crisis.
man. But then he sees Deku and he says, "What am I doing? I'm a hero." And despite already being at his limit, he is inspired by hope. And to be inspired by hope by a quirkless young man who reminds him a lot of himself, I can feasibly understand the argument against it, but at the same time, it doesn't justify the hate to me. Like he was
Like-
inspired, a child, despite everything.
So I'll
Still did
provide
that.
a little bit of argument for both sides of this equation. First and foremost, at least from what was implied and what was shown to us, All Might never directly met Mirio before he became a teacher at UA. It was implied that Night Eye gave him a file of him saying, I'm your #1 fanboy, I'm one of your most trusted allies, and literally your sidekick. There's basically no one who admires you as much as I do, and this is the person who I believe most has the emotional capacity to take your spot and like help you recover. And All Might was like, no, I need to do it on my own. So I believe there is an argument there that had All Might actually talked with Mirio on his own, because it was implied that he did not, there is a possibility Mirio could have done the same thing Deku did. And at the same time, though, I will also agree in the standpoint of it was very abundantly obvious that post the original All for One fight, All Might just lost so much of his emotional motivation and investment into heroing. It very
it
clearly
was
was
off
just,
of a whim.
yeah, it was very
Like,
much
'cause-
dragged down after that. And
Cause go on, sorry.
I believe like if there had been an opportunity to Mirio perform his own Deku moment, where Deku just tried to save someone just because they were in front of him, I believe there was a possibility of him giving All Might the exact same moment of inspiration.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, even All Might makes that super clear. All Might makes it clear that, but in terms of just like to him, Deku and Mirio are equal in terms of deserving, one for all.
Yeah.
Period. Like he said,
But-
if I had met Mirio first, I probably would have given it to him, but I met you first,
Yeah.
and that's how I
Axel-
knew it was correct.
You're probably absolutely right, and you're probably correct. But I'm trying to like, personally, purely because I love Mirio more, purely
fine.
because I had the Night Eye syndrome of like, this kid deserved it. And okay, I did not know that he did not meet Mirio beforehand, because if that's true, okay, I may understand it a little bit more.
Mhm.
But if he did, I would be even more pissed off, because it's just like, because if he did meet it, do you know what that tells me? That effort means nothing.
Oh yeah, no.
that you could do your best for something,
Mhm.
but some other kid, just because they feel like they could do better, just gets it.
Yeah.
Not
Well-
because they put the effort in.
Well, here's the thing though. Deku did make an effort, despite having absolutely zero
No, he
quirk.
didn't.
And no, well, hold on. Despite having like absolutely zero quirk, like despite having just just like eat my this is my bully, oh this is a villain, I can't stop it. He still like tries. He makes an effort
I
despite it
By
all.
will make
writing
an
down in a
argument.
book,
I will make an
No,
argument on this.
By attacking the villain. By attacking the villain.
did attack
that
the villain.
one time.
Yeah,
So-
it matters.
Okay, my
Hold on.
point.
Let
Where that
me-
deviates from me. Wait.
Let
Can I
Grim
say something
speak.
real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. No, Grim, go.
Okay.
Wait, huh?
I was
Wait,
gonna
who's
say
going?
let Serpents go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead, Serpents.
Okay, wait. The reason why I disagree with that fully on how he's never tried is because of the new show, which introduces the quirkless hero Knuckle Duster, who can just casually fight people with quirks, like really good quirks.
There's
Like I get it. Again,
there's
he's a kid,
spoilers.
absolutely.
Actually, there's spoilers for why he's able to do that. That he's not a good point. He's not a valid point to make for that.
He's not a valid point.
No,
okay,
he's
never
very
mind.
much not. I will not say
He's not
because that's
quirkless?
spoilers, but there's reasons for
I
why
just
he's
wanna
in this
say-
field.
Yeah.
If you want, I can
I just
DM you
wanna say-
privately, Serpents.
No, but no, there's a reason for
Sure,
that.
yeah, please.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
I'll
please.
DM Serpents for it. You continue, Weeb.
Yes, we.
Yeah, but I just want to say, like, I remember having like a phase of My Hero Academia. Like, I like the idea of the characters, but I never actually got to watch it, so I didn't know
Same.
like every little thing for sure. I will say though, Deku's dub voice is fucking laughable. I can understand why people made like main characters.
So the problem, yeah, that's
Uh,
that I can't argue against. I always listen to the sub specifically. And I have no problem with the
Yeah,
dub actors and what
like,
they
his
do.
voice is fucking like people have made serious like main character syndrome ass memes regarding it, and it's like honestly I can it's I feel like it's almost common for those types of like anime fans who think they are the hot shit
Right.
to try to sound like Deku or Deku adjacent. It's
I will
honestly
s-
kind of laughable.
I will say that the voice actor did get course correction towards like the middle to the end of the series, and he sounds fine. He sounds actually
Okay.
perfectly okay. Actually,
I'll
it's
have
just the first
to-
couple seasons he is just a bit like he tries a bit too hard to be like young and vulnerable. But as like
Yeah.
again, I
Yeah.
think I don't know if I think it was maybe like the third or fourth season he was course corrected into just being okay. Now do this, and now he just sounds fine.
Okay, that definitely was my own personal gripe because I watched a little bit of both, and the sub I loved because it did to me help emphasize that narrative of Izuku has the heart of a hero, and his sub voice actor's ability to both be vulnerable and then just instantly swap to like verbally dominating and assertive on a whim. It was like just perfect for the man. Like as soon as he locked in, you could tell he was locked in. Meanwhile, as you mentioned for the
Yeah,
earlier seasons in the dub, I could never remove that sense of vulnerability anytime I heard him, even when he was being angry in season 2. Like during the sports festivals, like the premiere moment, when he was screaming at Shoto, I could still only hear a man who could feel that his hand was broken. Meanwhile, in the sub, all I could hear was a man who was screaming, "You haven't hurt me yet."
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. No, and like this is no shade to Justin Brenner, by the way.
Oh,
He's
not
a
at all.
fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
absolutely.
I just think his direction in the beginning, it definitely warrants the memes.
Yeah.
Chop Popeye's chicken
Wait.
breast.
I'd have to give it a try with
Hi,
the
everybody,
choices.
Discord. How are you doing, Discord kitten? I couldn't help but
doing?
notice
Oh,
you needed
God.
Daddy's attention.
I'll have to give it a try with the
Here.
newer
Wait,
seasons.
There's the
Oh,
but-
Fortnite incident with Deku as well.
Oh
The
my
Fortnite
God.
incident.
Don't worry, Kachan, we'll get that victory royale.
What are you doing in my lobby? Hey, get out of here!
Hey, Kachan, you want to play? Play duos?
Oh god.
Wait, just to deviate
But,
from the plot real quick. To deviate from the conversation.
Go on.
Weeb,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
your art style.
what's up?
Are you aware of Welcome Home?
What?
Shut the fuck up. Yes.
Did you just
Bro,
call them
they're-
out? what kind of
But
calling
no,
out did I just
okay,
witness?
It's not, guys. It's not my art style. I'm not an artist. I commission people. Okay, like I'm not an artist.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
put that out.
What did I just bear
I am
witness
not-
to?
An artist.
I'm looking this
But
up now.
this character or this person you're using,
It's the
are they your character?
My-
Like,
Hi, that's my Sona. Yes, and it was they were originally a Welcome Home OC. They're actually just my regular Sona now. They're not affiliated with that anymore.
I called
But
it.
believe me,
Oh my god.
me when I tell you, I've gotten so many people being like, "Do you know what Welcome Home is?" When they say like, "Oh, I like your thing," I'm like, "Yes, yes, I do."
It looks no. I wanted to say because it looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of Welcome Home.
Thank you.
I just want. I just can't think. Like I would have done the same thing, but I just can't think of what to do. Cause like, because all my characters always end up the same. Either some horrific monster or a clown.
Well, here's the thing, though. The thing about my little character, my Sona. Oh my God, they called you out, Lumi. Spirit, shut up. I know you're here. I see you. That's my IRL bestie right there. by the way.
Aww.
Hi.
Yeah, Spirit. No, but listen, like my character is supposed to be like a Muppet kind of like creature, but that's actually just an Eldritch horror
Gotcha.
Love that.
beyond.
Love it.
Yeah. So this is like the form, the like Muppet creature looking ass form that they assume isn't their true form. But, you know.
Mm. Yeah, I
So
love
I
that.
do
And
have
also-
some like crazy, like creepy monster shit going on too, don't you worry.
Sorry to deviate from the plot, but that was bothering me. I wanted to ask.
That's okay, no, you're fine. Are
Alright.
clowns horrific monsters? No, not all clowns.
I mean,
I don't
not
think
all
any of
clowns.
them
Yeah, not all clowns.
Wait,
I like clowns.
So I will return
love them.
Like, I
to a point that I was making, like, probably a good 10 minutes ago at this point. So I had been making the debate for Izuku's power jump, is what we'll call it, to those uninitiated
that's
in
right.
MHA. I mentioned the first argument of, like, just because there's a logical understanding doesn't mean, like, sure, 1 + 1 may equal 2, but that doesn't mean it feels right to people for that thing to occur. But I think the biggest aspect of why people disagreed with it was that you saw him learning Black Whip, but after that it was a short time jump, and that makes it worse, but there was a time skip where he then just learned almost all of them. Like, he begins
yeah.
he begins the
Yeah.
Dark Deku arc, and pretty much all of them are mastered by that point. And
Well-
there's a very sudden jump between those points. Just because and it's worse because they say, yeah, there was like a gap of like 2 months or something like that. And sure, it's
Okay,
understandable.
2 months is insane.
Well,
Yeah.
I would have just kind of assumed that it was just one of those things where, as he got more and more stressed out, he got lost more and more in his hero work. He just became a workaholic to the point to where he even mentions in the Dark Echo that he just doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how I rationalized it, that he was just so obsessed with his own work
Grim.
that he just worked on his powers day and night until he was able to master them.
I
Like,
got
guess
that.
it's
straight.
I can understand that argument. I'm not going to fully denounce it, but at the same time, especially if he's incredibly sleep deprived and due to the sheer complexity of some of the very particular quirks that he has, like, sure, some of them are no-brainers. Smokescreen and Danger Sense, genuinely you can't even train. They just exist. But Gear Shift.
I also want to point out, the Vigilante arc. Like, I actually had only one problem with the Vigilante part, and it's kind of been my problem with the series in general.
Mhm.
It's the world around it. Like, hear me out. He decides to run away to not put his friends and family in danger, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's seen what happens. Because
Okay.
he's seen what happens when they do.
Yes, I've seen what happens in this. So why shouldn't, the school that's made to train future heroes have fucking better security? Like, what the fuck?
True.
I'm not-
There's
Actually,
a
though,
there's a
that's
there's a
the
mole.
point.
I'm very much not going to argue
That's the
against your
thing.
point because you're absolutely right. The principal is someone with a literal high IQ quirk. that allows him to think smarter than nearly everyone else around him, and the only one who could
Yeah.
potentially match his intelligence is All for
Smart
One.
enough to think for better security of a school full of
Well,
heroes with villains running amok.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, sure, you very much have the point of like, I'm not actually defending this point because it's kind of stupid that Nezu wouldn't find a way, but
Yeah.
they have consistently displayed that Kurogiri is just stupid.
Yeah, it's one of those power scale things where he has
He has multiple
massive
different
power,
kinds
massive-
of teleportation.
but he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I get there was
Thank
a
you for
mole.
the follow,
I-
cutie
I-
fish.
I 100 believe yes, there was a mole, but number one, there shouldn't have been a mole. I'm so like come on,
not?
like you've
Well,
got to be
well,
kidding me.
Why not?
Sorry, go on. Why not? Because we've seen the security of the school. There's none. We just have the teachers that protect the school, and they're too busy teaching. They're too busy teaching to actually protect the school.
So here's
So
my
it's like-
argument and for the mole thing. A,
Yeah.
you can't accurately portray the intelligence of someone on the nature of Nezu if you don't have him realize there is a mole and use that to his advantage. Especially because Nezu very early on realized, like literally, there was I forget what it's called, but like when they were in the training area with like the big Nomu, their first really big villains fight, he figured out from there that they had a mole. He knew from that season 1 that there was someone who was feeding information, which does demonstrate that he's intelligent enough to be able to put that together because no one else could. Because he's like, hey, the gate thing where they eroded the gate was very clearly a distraction so they could get some information, and then they put that information to use. So someone had to be an inside man to acquire that. And then you had this man, because they did explain each season is a semester. So you had 2 following semesters, entire semesters, where this man knew there was an inside mole, and he never figured out it was the foreign exchange student.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And-
that's all.
And I refuse to believe this is the only time that this school has ever been threatened. It
Yeah.
is literally advertised as the school for future heroes. And you're telling me for 9 generations of heroes, no villain has tried going after the school. That is a huge oversight.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you have to think about it. The only
Yeah.
organized crime that exists was All for One, and with him in jail for so many years, it would make sense that most other criminals, for the most part, I mean, they've actually just kind of shown
Actually-
it that without All for One, most other criminals, with the exception of the Yakuza, but they were kind of just doing their own thing, wouldn't really have a reason to become organized or come after the heroes.
Thank you
Like,
for the hydrate.
Hmm.
So, I'm
No,
actually...
I'm hydrated too. I
My...
wanna. Sorry.
My point of view on this matter is actually in defense of Nezu. I believe that was more supposed to be implied of just how effective of a principal and leader that Nezu was, that
Mhm.
All for One either didn't care to or didn't have confidence in storming UA until he had all the pieces on his side of the board ready. Because he clearly did mention, like, sure, I am fully in the camp of he tries to be Aizen and fails miserably, but he did mention that he was planning things out and trying to set things up so that he could grow in power and strength, especially in light of the injuries he sustained against All Might. So he very clearly was like trying to get his things ready so he could do it, and like as mentioned in season 1, he had Shigaraki do his whole thing so that Shigaraki could learn. He knew Shigaraki was gonna fail that. He fully was said, like, yeah, no, your Nomu's not gonna do shit. Like, you're gonna lose, but I'm gonna send you out so you can understand how to lose gracefully. But because of that whole confidence of, they literally had something designed to beat All Might, and All for One knew it was going to lose. With a teleporter and a man who can destroy anything he touches, he said, you're all going to lose. So I believe it's more of the camp of Nezu is just that man that on a passive scale, when he's not actively trying to create a fortress, which they mentioned, it already was a fortress, he just had to press a button. that it was just that secure that All For One either thought it would take too much time and effort, or just generally thought it was better to spend his time elsewhere.
Hmm. Right, and
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
think he
villains
was
too.
so-
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
almost-
so sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Please, please, please. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Uh,
It sounds like he was intimidated
Yeah.
by Nesu
Mm.
and his intellect for sure. But I also want to say I kind of want to take a little bit of a detour and mention that Evil Jax from the recent Digital Circus episode is literally modeled after those Deku ASMRs, and it's so fucking funny to me.
I love that.
Wait.
That's
It's
fucking
so
awesome.
Wait,
fucking
seriously?
funny to me. Hi guys, I'm Evil Jax. Like, bruh, like, bro, like, bro.
What's some fried chicken?
Oh my god.
You know the one I'm thinking of?
Chicken.
Take a bite of my chicken. Come on, Pookie.
Come on, Pookie.
Alright.
But-
I definitely will say though, considering how long it has been and considering the time constraint I know Axel has, I would like to start the first chapter.
okay.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah.
Shut up, Zetsu.
While you guys like confer and all of that, I'll try to DM Shiro and see how he's.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Both those.
But yeah, I find that really funny. Who else here likes Amazing Digital Circus?
Oh, I do. I caught up.
Yep.
I
I
love Jax and Kinger. Those are my two favorite. I love both of
Jax.
them.
No.
Yeah.
But I love
Jax.
Kinger more. I love Kinger way more because episode 3.
Oh yeah, Kinger
No.
had so much needed development in that. Like it generally was a 180 for me with him.
And like I get like
For real.
everybody wants the Jackson Pomni friendship and all that shit, blah blah blah, and like or the Ragath. I'm all for Kinger and Pomni friendship. That I know they already have an established friendship or what is there because she can't really talk to him, but like she has an understanding of what the fuck he's going through. So like
Hey,
I
apologies.
liked how
The
she became-
vibes I get from them is like a daughter and her like dementia-addled father.
Dad. Yeah, I see that too.
Hi, Siren.
Oh, it's Siren.
Oh, hi, Siren.
All right, how do I
Oh,
need
look
to?
who
Bitch.
finally joins.
How do I
Get the
need to
grill out.
adjust this now?
Get the grill out.
Okay, everything's fine.
What the?
Wow, the lesser fish. Hello.
Wow, wow, wow. If it isn't for the discount Medusa.
Wow.
Discount Medusa is insane.
wow.
But hello. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
right.
I-
I can't believe I forgot to
I'm
ask this
sorry,
question.
Sorry.
Who
Yes,
is live
let
right
the lo-
now, other than
let
Siren
me-
and I?
Oh, you
I'm
gotta
not.
send me
Wait,
the
so-
link thing.
I'm not.
Okay,
Also,
so it's
by
just
the
me and
way,
Siren.
Can I just...
Let
What?
them talk. Everyone shut the fuck up. Yes, darling, speak.
Thank you. I love your voice. I just wanted to
Oh,
say
thank
that.
you. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Very pretty.
No, I love how yours is. It's so adorable.
Stop!
Okay, I'm
I
stopping the
can't stop-
lesbianship right now.
God, I'm getting deja vu.
I'm stopping the lesbian.
I'm pansexual. You can't do this to me.
Oh, but I love
Stop
doing
stealing
it.
women every time you're in a call.
Real quick, is my
I'm
mic
not
okay? I
binary,
switched over to my
Guys,
Yeah,
hold on. Guys, hold on.
Uh,
Hold on. You were saying? Go ahead.
Is my mic okay?
yeah, you're good.
Like I switched. Okay, I switched it because it was okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, go on with your lesbian stuff. I just wanted to establish. that.
Excuse me, weeb is non-binary.
Oh, sorry.
Listen, though, like I'm non-binary, but damn, women
I mean,
aren't
yes,
they just wonderful?
Okay.
yes, yes, they
I
are.
What do I call it?
I
Wait, what do I call
guess.
it then?
What?
What do
What?
we-
What?
I don't know.
What?
I'm gonna skip this conversation. I say
Graham,
double it
I'm
and pass it
gonna
to the next
put
person.
the Twitch, what the fuck is it called?
What?
The invite for the
Oh,
share
the
chat.
knock?
I'm putting it in the, yeah,
Ah,
I'm putting it in the
yeah.
thing. I'm too sleepy to focus, so I'm gonna probably
Wants
fuck
to
up.
bite me.
The fuck you say?
Pretty little.
Moonty wishes to bite
siren.
me. That's fine though.
But
Uh,
there's
are
so
are
much
we
growth
are we
there.
doing it as the thing's working?
It should be working. Hi, Noctis. How are you, darling?
I swear I see Noxus everywhere now.
Yes, what can
Yeah,
I say?
but
Noctis is a
but
sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Noctis?
No,
Which
no,
one?
you're okay, sweetheart. What's up?
but seriously, I just want to say, platonically, you have a wonderful voice. It's great.
Girl, I'll kiss you right now.
Stop flirting with people in my streams, damn it! You've done this 3
Why
Why not,
times!
Grim? Why not, Grim? If we could do it, why can't they? Let them be gay.
Oh,
What can I say? I just love people. In a sense, you know?
Who's
You
Noctis?
say
sense.
people, you've
In a sense.
exclusively hit on women.
Amazon.
Yes.
You guys have
And
that.
days and them.
But
How is,
You know,
why
you know you
is
like
share
people.
chat not working?
What is what?
I
Why
think you
is
have to
shit-
manually turn it on. I
You have
think.
to click that you're
Grim
okay
is
with
being
it.
oppressive against the gays.
Yeah.
Call.
Well, it
It's
says
not
this
giving
is-
me the option.
Skog in the chat literally saying stop being homophobic, Grim. That's
You-
crazy.
Maybe screen share show Siren
Uh,
because
so
Siren
we could-
taught me to do it.
Do me a favor, Siren. You're currently live right
Yes.
now, right?
Yes, I am.
Can you see this at all?
Oh god.
What? Hold on.
Can you see the chat, like the share chat thing?
No, I can't. I just got
Alright.
the thing
'Cause it's-
that Axel followed me, but nothing.
But,
I'm. Oh wait, hold up.
There we
Never
go.
mind.
It's because I was sending
No,
the thing.
It's 'cause- no, darling, it's because you joined mine instead of me joining yours, so I had to click on the share chat.
How do I already
Wow.
have 5,000 points in your stream? That's crazy.
In
In
mine?
my stream,
Yeah, in yours.
which one?
We both asked.
Siren.
Siren,
Oh.
okay.
I mean, yeah. I
Are
mean,
you
I
being-
only have a little bit in Grimm's.
Are you gonna put it to good use? I'm assuming.
Oh,
worry,
I'm
Grim,
saving.
I have
I'm
6,000
saving
in
just
yours.
because I want to save up for your voice ban because then I can make certain someone's not be able to say anything.
All right.
Insane. That is insane.
Call
I
me
thought you
back.
just- I thought
That
you
is
just used
insane.
to direct me to say some word to some people, but I guess you're no
Oh.
fun.
That is
No,
wild.
not today. Not unless I'm with you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Then you can have a dual takedown. Emphasis on
dual takedown.
K-pop. Sorry, you ain't ready for the takedown. I had to say it.
All right. Enough
Oh,
with the
I
horny.
love
Onto the
that.
angst. We gotta start.
I'm
Yeah.
not ready
Yeah.
for any of this.
I mean, I'm all for the shenanigans. I just know that some people are literally on a time limit.
It's
Free the
fine. It's
gay
fine.
siren.
It's fine.
Let your time
You're
to
fine.
follow the
Yeah,
king
you're
lady. Thank you for the follow, darling. I so appreciate it. Welcome in.
Yeah, I can appreciate a good voice. You know, it's all yeah.
Mhm.
Hee hee.
By the way,
Darling, I think you're gonna be my new favorite sweetheart. I
Tell Laura that.
her energy, their energy, and their just sweetness is what's like that wants me to hang out more with them.
so,
Sweet.
Serpents, Axel,
So-
whenever you're ready, guys, feel free to start.
Oh, okay. No, quick question. So, sorry, I do have one quick question. Because I do see where you highlighted our lines.
Mhm.
Thank you for the
Are we
follow.
also going to be
thank you.
reading the paragraphs in between?
I
as
will
well,
be
or-
doing the narration proper. You guys will just be doing the voice
okay.
lines.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm in chapter 2, so I'll just mute.
Same with Siren.
All right. So
with
I
me,
guess that means
but I'm
Serpents
covering.
goes first.
Actually, in fact, Siren and Weeb can just mute, and then they can just flirt in the chat.
Alright, I'll just slide into their DMs real quick. Take my time there.
That is fucking crazy, bro. That is. What
Fine.
do you mean?
I already have, darling. if you
Fine,
pay
I get
attention.
you're the siren here, but you need to stop
Oh
making
my
everyone
God.
wet as soon as you come in.
What can I say? There's just something about it.
The more you say,
turns
what can
me
I say? I'm
on.
going to break into song. What can I say except
I
you're
think,
welcome?
guys, I don't
Yes,
mean
sir.
to interrupt. I don't mean to interrupt or ruin anyone's fun, but maybe we should move on. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
bad, but maybe we should.
Yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Sorry, Graham.
Absolutely. It's raining here, by the way. So if you
I
hear that.
love
Cozy.
rain
That-
so much. It's my favorite.
Mhm, me too. Me too. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Alright,
Will we
Serp,
just begin?
Yep, you have the first line, so.
Ichigo-san, I did it.
It took a moment for the words to settle into my head, where my eyes widened and I Kisuke with all the hope I had. He flinched when I met his gaze, and only assume it was from how much desperation he saw in my eyes.
I haven't tested it yet. I made countless calculations and ran just as many simulations, but I can't guarantee that it'll work.
I smiled sadly.
Kisuke, it's you. Of course it'll work.
His face twisted into a grimace. Probably still thought he didn't deserve my faith in him. He slowly turned back towards the direction he came from.
Come on, it's in my lab.
I nodded and hopped to my feet, firing one last glance at the river I'd been spending most of my time watching. It was one of the few places left I could relax in. With the help of a lot of people, I managed to finally get over the death of my mother. I always felt my mother's presence near the spot she died, but it took to spending a lot of time there after the Blood War. Wasn't really much else I could do outside of holo patrols. Those feel uncomfortably refreshing. Too different to feel like the war, but too similar to not bring up memories. Nanketsu did their best to hold them back, but sometimes there were too many coming in too fast. I shook myself out of my thoughts and turned to Kisuke, watching with a somber look on his face.
Ichigo-san, I'm...
Stop. I've told you over and over again. It's not your fault. You don't need to apologize.
I can't help but feel like it is. Like I need to...
It's not your fault. It's mine. I didn't get strong enough fast enough.
Kisuke turned away, but I could see his face shifted to.
I didn't prepare you well enough. Didn't tell you about everything when you needed it.
You know I've never needed to know everything. The only thing I've ever needed to know was that I was protecting my friends and family from.
Still facing away from me, Kisuke's head lifted, staring at the ground.
That didn't end up being enough, though, did it? I didn't tell you enough, and you ended up not being strong enough because of it.
I immediately grabbed his shoulder and turned him around. He avoided my gaze.
Why do you want me to hate you?
Why don't you? Because of my paranoia, I never gave you enough information and the proper training to reach your full potential. You only got as strong as you did because of the Zero Squad. Yoriichi taught you Bankai. The Visor taught you how to use your hollowed mask. Haichi and Tessai taught you Kaido. Karaku taught you how to use your swords. I didn't even teach you Shikai. And my training was more for you to avoid death than anything else.
My eyes hardened.
Kisuke.
He didn't move his head, but his eyes moved to stare back at me.
You did more than any of them. It was thanks to you I stopped being afraid. That I got my powers back both times. You helped me out, without question, every time I asked. And sometimes, even when I didn't.
His throat bobbed as his gulp was audible.
You were the only one to not treat me like I was fragile after the final Getsuga Tensho. Even when you forgot who I was. You helped me out as much as you could. When everything said what I was about to do was either stupid or would make things worse, you still showed me how to do it. Don't blame yourself for this because you aren't why I ended up like this. Especially when you were so desperate to fix it that you made something you can.
He finally turned his head to look at me fully and silent for.
I will never understand why you don't hate me. But I'm grateful that you don't.
Hold on. Thank you for the raid, Tiff! Hi there!
Get
We're
out.
doing a live reading. Don't tell my sister to get out!
Oh, hi,
Yeah,
Tiff.
that's
Hi.
crazy.
Don't tell my
Crazy.
sister to get out!
Oh my god.
Welcome. Welcome, Tiff.
Hello, everyone. I am Grimlock Bragi.
Tiff.
I am the Forgotten King of Stories, and Tiff's terrible, cruel sibling who screams into her chat.
Whoa.
I also sleep during her chat. Thank you for the follow, Ginjornio. Today I am with several different people doing a read-along for a story I have written. If you would love to go off with your roulette from left to right in the stream to introduce yourselves, starting with Weeb.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I'm Weeby Lou. You can call me Weeb, Lumi, Lulu, whatever floats your boat as long as you're not mean. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a non-binary voice actor from the US. I'm a bit of a baby VA, so I'm very happy that you're all having me here. And I'm Weeby Lou everywhere. So that's WEEBIILUU. So, that's it.
Alright, then we have Abyss.
Oh, well. Hello, I'm Lord Abyss, your local spider siren VTuber. Spelled with 4 S's. I know, very bougie. Just here for good vibes and fun times. I'll probably steal some lovely souls while I'm here, but hello.
Then we have Axel.
And hello, everybody. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Master Axel Fury. I'm a VTuber and a voice actor with a pretty cool bow tie. You can call me Master or Axel or Fury, whatever makes you feel most comfortable. And today I have the sincere privilege of being able to do a read-along alongside Grimlock Braggy and all these other incredible voice actors.
Then we have Serpents.
I am Serpens, God of Chaos, VTuber currently pre-debut, and I have the absolute pleasure of voicing this character from my ex-husband, Grimlock. And I promise you a world of chaos if you follow me at my Twitter, God Serpen.
And then finally we have Siren.
Hello everyone, I am Pretty Little Siren, known as Siren, and as you can tell, I'm just here for a good time. Not a long one. But I am also a baby voice actor, and I have done a read-along with Grim before, and this is my second time, so I am very, very glad to be here along these beautiful, talented people.
What the hell do you mean not a long time? You're part of the main cast.
I'm a siren. I've got other places to conquer. I've got other places to feed on, you know?
You're
Hey,
voicing
get
a
your own-
hot
get your own
woman.
I feel that though.
You're voicing a hot woman. That should be motivation enough.
I still remember when he was just like, oh yeah, you got the main part. I went to him. I'm like, hey, are you doing this because there's no other women available? Like, I thought I was only chosen because I was the only woman here. Like, there was no other reason. I did not think I was good enough. So,
No, I think
yeah.
Siren's really gonna have fun with the next chapter because she gets to be as saucy
Oh
as she
no,
wants to.
I've been reading.
Really?
it.
Mother.
yeah.
Uh,
I was casted as Rukia, which I'm very happy about.
Yeah.
Eh,
We love
Small
Rukia.
woman.
not only that, but
Yeah.
you got someone who you have discovered is going to be one of your favorite characters.
Base? Yeah, I'm also Giselle in the future if they need Giselle.
Yeah. Well, I know that one's going to appear in around chapter 20, and they're gonna have a quite major role.
Oh, let's go!
Oh yeah. Hi, Shiro.
Wow, look, it's Shiro. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, and we are live, and we just got raided by Teef. So introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Shiro. I'm a dragon vampire. There's a lot more to that, but I just walked in the house, so I'm bringing a little pride.
You are absolutely good.
I could do the introduction for you. Leave it to me. Jiro, the dragon vampire, here to suck you dry and burn down your villages while you watch it
That
all.
is crazy.
Something like that, except for I have my own kingdom. I don't really burn down anybody's village. Unless they
Burn
do,
down other kingdoms and join
yeah,
his.
there you go. There you go.
Real. So true.
Murder to them all.
Sorry, I just had to make a little edit because I was informed, thanks to the wonderful Rainbow, that I had the title wrong, so Siren wasn't credited properly.
The
Wow,
incredible.
imagine
How
not
dare you.
crediting this pretty little siren.
Excuse
God.
me, your Twitter is LIL and your Twitch is full little.
I'm gonna be
Damn.
so for real. I wanted Pretty Little Siren, but there is an OF model who does not do VTubing by the name of Philip Siren as well.
Grim,
So
unfortunately.
couldn't do it on
Grim-
Twitter, okay? I got
Grim, unfortunately, that violates
Excuses,
our contract.
excuses,
She has full
Siren.
rights to leave.
Abyss, I will eat you.
I will
For
rip your
lunch.
fin off.
You wish.
I am pansexual.
I will rip more than that if you don't stop.
Weeb is just happy
Oh,
to be
really?
shoved to the
That's
middle
not
of these two
interesting.
people.
Well, that's not
Grim,
good.
don't worry. Get on my shoulders.
I already am. What are you talking about?
Wait, shit. I meant weeb. Get off my shoulders.
Wait, I think I should
Mm.
probably change my
okay.
Fuzi because I probably have the yapping instead of my model. Hold up.
No.
Grim,
Right.
put weeb on my shoulders.
I can't do that. That's not how this works. I have no control
Why?
over this.
Fine.
Bruh.
Oh.
You realize that all of you is a single asset in OBS, right?
Why?
The person who said weeb is just happy to be here. I don't know how to say your name. Thief? I
Thief.
am. You're right.
You
I
You can
am
call
here.
her
Thief.
Tiff.
Tiff.
I always say it
Joke's
wrong.
What?
Joke's on you
Wait, I
guys.
can
I'm
call
calling her
what?
VT.
Tiff, I am so sorry if I keep mispronouncing your name. Please feel free to correct me.
Yeah, that's
I
probably gonna
promise you, I
happen
will correct
with me
myself
too.
later.
I will
promise.
Their
mispronounce
sibling and I
so
say
many
it
names.
wrong.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
in my experience,
Yeah, but-
Tiff just deals with that on the regular. As long as we're close enough, she gets it.
Tiff.
Oh, it's Tiff. Okay.
Yeah.
Tiff.
We love you,
Gotcha.
Tiff.
Oh my god, the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Hello,
The Muffin
Man?
Man?
Oh,
We said it at the same time.
No, the Muffin Man.
It's a treat, eh?
The Muffin Man.
That's crazy.
How's everything? Everything's good, Muffin. How are you? I haven't seen you.
All right.
Yo,
Since this is not a yapping stream, Siren, Shiro, how are you doing? Are you ready to go?
In other words, shut the
Yapping.
fuck.
Oh,
Guys.
I'm just gonna wing it and hope for the best.
Are you ready to
That's
go?
what we're
Because
all
we're in the
doing.
middle of a chapter.
That's what we're all
Oh,
doing.
Let's
right
go!
now.
I didn't know if you started or not. What page are you on?
Page
page
3.
one.
Page.
Three.
Yeah, we're on page 3 of the first one.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Jikan Ken is what it is called.
I don't see that name anywhere, but I see page 3.
Go to page 3. Where did we
And
leave
this is the execution once again. That's what's the name of this file is at the top.
Jikan Ken is what it should be called.
off?
Are you
I think
turning up
it's in the
Axel
read-
and Shiro? Gotcha.
It's in the read-alongs, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, I opened the most recent one on read alongs.
So
No, it's the one before that.
Yeah, the one right before that. Jigon Ken. That one.
That explains a lot of things. There we go.
You're fine. I actually made that same mistake.
Alright, Rainbow, how are they now? I just turned their voices up. Yeah. So I just turned up Shiro and Axel, if you guys could give a little bit of a demonstration.
Good night, Tiff. Sweet dreams to you.
Baba Booey and Booey Baba.
Axel is perfect and need to Shiro. What? Needs to Shiro? What are you doing to Shiro?
You can't hear me, Rainbow?
That's crazy.
What do you need to do me?
What do we do?
Yeah, what are you doing with me, huh?
They're perfect? Okay, everyone's good now.
There we go.
That's crazy.
Alright.
I misheard that, and I thought that was the sound of a door stopper spring.
Alright, so where we left off, the next line is Axel starting with good, and that's about, let's see here, about the middle of the page, and like the one paragraph that's not highlighted.
Tell us to get away. Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Good. Let's go and fix all this.
He nodded and Shunpoing towards his lab, right behind him. We landed at the front doors of his shop, past the shop area quickly. Uncomfortably quiet as it's been since the war ended, and neither of us could bear it. We entered his lab at the back of the building. It was always cluttered from the countless projects he was always working on, but it was never messy until he was the only one living there. I followed him along a path that had obviously been made out of necessity towards a glowing red and yellow marble. As I stared at it, knowing from experience to not touch it until he said to, Kisuke began to explain.
I haven't given it a name yet. Probably won't. But it's supposed to work similar to the. Oh, got it. Higyoku?
Yeah, the pronunciation's on the right.
Thank you. It breaks barriers, but while the Hogyoku breaks the barriers between Shinigami and Hollow, this breaks the barriers between time and space. It can't go to the future, or at least the way I made it, it means it can't, but it can take you to any point in history that you can recall. Focus on when and where you want to go, and you should be sent as close to there as possible with how much Ryoku you have. I don't know much beyond that, whether it'll work or not. What happens to it after it's used? What happens to you after it's used, or even how much Ryoku you need for certain amounts of time displays time.
That's fine. I already know how it works, and wherever we end up, however we end up, we'll go from there.
How about that? I'm not going with you.
My head turned so sharply to look at him, I was surprised it didn't make a noise in protest.
What?
I had to be useless there. There's already a Kisuke that, however far you go, I lost my purpose, and I'm not even sure if I even have enough Ryuku for how far I will need to go to successfully make a difference. I'm not even sure if I made it so multiple people can use it.
I can't fix all this on my own. I can beat anything in a fight, but even I know that most of fixing this is going to be full of planning and stuff. Most of the stuff the Quincy's had that kicked our asses, you stopped. I don't know how you stopped them from stealing our bankais or how you stopped them from using shadows like portals.
If I solved it, so can the Kisuke of whenever you go to.
Kisuke reached out and rested a hand on my...
Ichika-san, I'm not Urahara anymore. I'm Kisuke, and I don't have anything I aspire to do anymore. My aspirations and inventiveness died in the war. I may have made that marble, but that was in desperation. I don't think I could go back to being Getoboshi if I wanted to. Please, go without me.
Oh, sorry, I was just about distracted, attending to things. Tears dragged down his cheeks along the stitches that never seems to heal. I stared at him, and he stared right back. Who knows how long. Eventually, my shoulders slouched. That smile fell upon my face. I looked down at the marble, still glowing brightly.
How do I use it?
Hold it in your hand and focus on a memory. You should try to pull on your Riryoku. Let it. After that, I don't know much. You should be sent to when and where you want to go. But I don't know if there will be two of you. If you'll have to re-unlock your powers or what.
I cautiously grabbed the marble and held it tight in my palm.
Jikanken.
I decided. Kisuke chuckled lightly.
Science fear. Your simplicity with naming things never ceases to amuse me.
I smiled softly before pulling him into a hug. He hugged me back after a moment.
See you, Frankenstein.
I mumbled into his shoulder.
Aizen is the one that put you together.
It was barely louder than a whisper.
But you're the one that got me working.
I focused on a memory, poured my Ryatsu into the Jikanken. That is the first chapter, Jikanken. So, a couple little fun facts, and I will be adding these in because I wasn't able to properly include them into the story originally. So, a little really small detail I put at the end of this chapter was that Ichigo was in part hugging Kisuke at the end because it was a goodbye, but also because he had a small little hope that he was physically holding on to Kisuke, he could drag him back in time with him. It doesn't work, but it was very much a case of he didn't let go because he was thinking, like, maybe if I can double down, I can make up for what he can't. Because Kisuke is very much all that he has left in.
You can't save me.
And second, the last 3 lines that were dialogue actually is a little interaction of my own custom design. Because Ichigo is a hybrid of all of the races, and as mentioned here, the way he became a hybrid is because of Aizen's influence. Aizen organized all of the events that allowed him to be born the way that he is, but it was actually directly shown that Kisuke, functionally speaking, is the one that taught Ichigo how to do everything. So in this, because they're far closer as individuals, I had them come up with this Frankenstein metaphor where Ichigo is Frankenstein's monster and Kisuke is the doctor.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love little details.
Yeah.
That's a nice detail.
Yeah.
Really nice. Really
Yeah.
good. I don't. I've never read or watched Bleach, but the story sounds compelling.
Well, I
Yeah,
can
okay.
probably talk for the rest of the stream about how much I love Bleach. A lot of it, I'll cut it really, really short and just say a lot of what I love about Bleach is self-acceptance and understanding. It's figuring out who
That's
you
fair.
are and accepting that everything that makes you who you are is a vital part of who you are, including the bad parts.
Yeah, love for thyself.
Yeah. So, like, Ichigo is part hollow. Hollows are literally the heartless monsters of the world, but Ichigo learns to accept that that is part of who he is, and he could not be Ichigo without the hollow.
Yeah, and he uses it for good anyway, right? So
Yeah,
Or the red part.
yeah. And in this, again, it's part of it is trauma, part of it is a self-acceptance aspect, but Zangetsu, both of them is a very major characters in this story because he just talks to them far more regularly. In the proper Bleach story, like, it's shown that he has a close relationship with both halves of Zangetsu, but it's clear that he kind of just does his own thing for the most part. In this, it very much is a man that is fully comfortable and open with these people. Like, very much like they're treated as longtime friends, if not literally portions of himself. There's absolute comfort and trust and openness with them. There's a part in the story that we will eventually get to where they, like, Zangetsu directly mentions they could kill one of the people he's trying to save, and he would trust that they had a good reason. Like, Ichigo's trust is that absolute in them. Like, he knows that they are only doing things to protect him and those he cares about.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of trust though. That's crazy.
So just as a
Yeah.
roll call, currently we have everybody here except Lucky, right?
Yeah, I think he's still at
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
If
I
I was
know. I
correct.
know Lucky is at work. Thankfully, he doesn't have very many lines, but I did go into this knowing that he would be late.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, the next read along we do will be at a time more opportune for everyone, and we won't have multiple other things to deal with and all of that. But that's also why I like to plan these so far in advance, so that we do have the
Yeah.
ability to be like, oh, hey, I have this thing going on this day, and we can accommodate.
Right.
Yeah, it's also why I tried to plan around it too. I love
Yeah.
that you did it in advance. Yes.
And I apologize for any inconveniences I have caused during
Same.
this.
No, you're
That's
good.
It's been
okay.
a very hectic, crazy week for me.
Trust
It's
me.
been a joy, sir.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, all of you have been wonderful. I appreciate all of you being here and taking part in this project from me. It is an incredibly
Absolutely.
appreciative thing on my end. I'm so happy for all of it.
Not the ad. But yeah.
8
Wow.
ads, Mookie?
No.
Right.
8? Oh my god!
You gotta start subscribing fast.
Like the Twitch ad.
You do. I have affiliate. You guys can sub. Gift subs too.
Mhm.
Someone already threw bits at me.
I couldn't tell from how
Nice.
feral the chat was getting.
Also please sub on the browser. On mobile, the Google Play takes more of your money.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
lot more expensive on mobile. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know this as a
Mhm.
mobile user. I never sub on mobile unless it's a gifted sub given to me.
Yeah.
You ads is so correct though.
Yeah.
Real.
I mean, I like money, but
I'm looking at a
That's
business stream right now and they go,
insane.
Nat, leave a business stream.
yeah,
Go
join
to
mine.
a real entertainer.
Join mine.
Wow.
Crazy.
I'm gonna, you know what? Catch these DMs in like 2 seconds here.
Okay,
Just
I am
bet.
so
DMs
excited.
inside.
I'm so excited for chapter 2.
Oh yeah.
Who's ready?
I'm going to butcher all of the names. I can tell you right now.
Same here.
Actually,
fine.
because
He'll
you
be okay.
mentioned that and then never got back to me, Siren, what names are you
To
having
be
problems with?
honest, well, I think the first one's fine. The second one, we know it's the main character. I think it's when it goes lower when she's naming a lot of names. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is this?
Would you be able to share your screen in the Discord so I can just look at the exact point you're looking at?
Or
Yeah,
copy
give
and
me a
paste the
second.
name.
Alright, I'll be looking at your stream. Alright, it's
There's
loaded.
nothing here.
Okay,
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
why do you have it minimized?
Why?
Because I have the pronunciation for that word on that page.
Because I'm like also looking at the fucking. I have it. Where?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Do I have
That's
it later?
crazy.
Oh yeah, I have it super low for some reason. It's on page... Where is it? It's on page 6.
Where?
Yeah, I don't see anything on 6.
I'm staring at it on my
I
screen.
don't either.
Why?
Hey, I have my screen full. Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
looking at it.
oh my god.
what Siren sees is what we see.
Hold on,
Pika,
But if-
no, my wife. Oh
Siren,
my god, I miss you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
subscribe. What? I'm talking
Siren.
to my wife. Give me a second. They get priority. They
Excuse
get
me?
priority.
Real,
Excuse
real.
me? I just got a follow.
Excuse me.
Thank you,
Oh my
Kaito,
God.
for the follow.
Sweetheart.
I miss my
Oh
wife.
my god.
What?
Thank you so much. It means so much to me. I love you too. We have to hang out, please. I'm
so dumb.
please.
Alright, so Siren,
Yes.
the second line
That's
of
an
for
uh-huh.
of course. Click that word. The one that you can't pronounce.
Okay, I'm going back.
Not there. Back on page 6.
Okay, hold on. Right here.
The first one earlier in that same row.
Yes,
Left
that
side?
one.
Yeah, go on the left side because that's where I have the actual mark. Don't highlight it, like just click it.
I can't click it,
It's not
bro.
doing anything, yeah.
Okay, that's so
Wow.
weird.
Yeah.
Well then I'll just like help everybody on along for this then. That word is called
Okay.
Zanpakuto.
Zanpakuto. Okay.
Zambat.
Yeah.
I meant Mook. Shut up.
One guy.
Bun guy.
Oh, looks like Siren has a raid.
Zangetsu.
Thank you for the
No.
raid, Max. Hi, welcome in.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hello,
Wait,
how
I
was your
have an
stream,
idea.
sweetheart?
Ichigo Kurosaki.
Why, thank you, Serpents. You were the first person to gift any sort of sub on my channel.
Sorry,
Call out.
sorry. I
That's
was being
unfair.
silent about it. I was being silent about it because I was just like, I almost had a little
Yeah,
heart
turn
attack
off
because when I tried
audio.
doing it the first time, it said that I had a problem with my card.
I
So I
don't
almost had a
know,
financial
Siren.
problem.
Oh,
Oh,
alright. So I actually just edited everyone's
Nice,
access. If you all could... Okay, just edit it. Like, maybe refresh the page just in case.
Yeah,
Yeah, your access to the file has been updated. Alright, so on first page... Well, not page 1. Page 2. So
Okay.
go
I see it,
to
yeah.
the first...
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
There you go. Now all the edits are there. Yeah.
Or,
There you go. Now I can see it on Siren's screen. So I just had to give you guys
Or
editor
are-
access.
Yeah.
Give me just 2 seconds, 1 moment.
Yeah. So I just had to give you guys editor access for some reason.
edit her. I hardly know her.
I'll edit you.
Not again.
Eating and listening? Oh, delightful.
I'm gonna be eating and listening. Love you. Thank you, Pika. I love you so much. Please hang out with me, okay? Please. I miss you. I miss
Moonty,
you so
when do
much.
you mods get to eat again? What? I mean,
So cute.
I'm not stopping you from eating. I don't know why you're saying I'm
Darling,
stopping
let's
you.
not talk about cuteness.
God. Okay. I'm sad.
Siren wasn't even talking to you when it broke you. My god.
No, I was talking to her actually.
What are you-
Or them. Sorry about that.
Yes. I can't
Oh,
help but
she's
agree with
fine.
Siren though. Look at that
I'm
model.
sorry to raid and run, but
Calm
no,
down.
thank you,
Keep it
Max.
in your
Thank you, I
band.
appreciate it.
Alright,
Oh
guys.
Look at
no, I don't think I'll let them wear anything. I think I'm gonna
know
take
what?
it all off.
I think I'll just take your skin. It'd look better as my carpet anyway.
Oh yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Wait, if you want a
Try.
carpet, just go for weeb. They have felt skin.
I am the don't touch me.
Felt. Felt.
I'm gonna be honest, Weeb. I look at your model, and I hope you understand this. I don't mean this maliciously, but I look at you and I think of a damn it doll.
Damn it.
A
doll.
what?
The what though? The
So
what?
what
it's
doll?
I'm
it's
looking
like a
that up.
doll where the entire purpose is that you're supposed to use it to vent your rage by just smacking it against things because it's so
Cool.
soft
That's
that it won't actually
Now,
do
why
anything.
would
He
you
looks
say
nothing. They look
that?
nothing like this.
It's such a sweetheart.
I'm supposed to be like a Muppet-looking creature.
I
Little-
know, but I
yeah,
grew
like-
up surrounded by damn it dolls, so that's just my first instinct. It's just like grab you by the
That's
ankle and
actually
smack you
that,
against a
Grim.
wall.
I just looked up what you were referring
Damn it, doll,
to.
it's insane.
No, I've never seen a damn it doll. She still looks like a Muppetish kind of
That
character.
sounds so
Yes,
cool.
they
I
still look
agree.
like.
That
they
sounds
still
so
look like
cool. Why would you say something like that to sweetheart?
Also,
by
like
the
that?
way-
Them?
By
I
the way,
can't
just
stop
to-
what my
just
brain
to re-
does.
Hold on, guys,
Just
guys,
to
hold on.
reaffirm-
I have a hype train.
Just to
Oh!
reaffirm, just to reaffirm, I use they them pronouns. So
Understood.
They, yes, they saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Siren.
Bear in mind.
I saw you
I'm
correct
gonna-
yourself.
I'm trying.
Stop
I'm
it,
correcting
guys.
myself. Okay.
no shaming here. Come on.
I'm writing the Google Doc right now.
Google Docky.
Reference, I will literally cut your tail off and shove it down your throat.
It'll
I'll use it
grow
as a
back,
toothpick.
unlike yours.
The fuck you say?
Oh my.
You heard me.
About the tone.
No, I didn't
Oh my
actually. My ears tend to filter
Oh.
out bullshit.
Also,
Oh,
thank
sorry.
you, Rainbow, for
That
starting a,
water
a hype
is
train.
Did you say something?
Yo,
I can't tell.
By the way, I'm fully ready for everybody to start.
I'm ready to.
Sorry, me and Siren were beefing like the
Sorry.
besties we are.
Beef,
Yes.
beef, fight.
You
I
guys
think
have seen what I
Serpent's
did to
I'm
him
so-
on the other day when we were playing Marvel. I refused to heal him. It was so funny.
you
And
really?
the tantrum
Yeah.
he threw.
That is
no.
delightful.
And then in reply, I lived despite her ass.
No. he
That is
barely
delightful.
lived.
I believe Serpents is supposed to go first.
He is.
Yeah.
Nope. Am I?
Yes.
Mhm.
And-
You're
Oh, you made Siren purple, you fucking asshole!
Okay. You weren't in the call because you were late. You were late, but I said that I highlighted everyone for the character appropriate so that you could look at a glance and tell which character is speaking. Because last time an issue I noticed was that I highlighted everyone a color representative of the streamer or actor. So when they had a different character to play, it took them a moment to get into the proper role. Now you can just look at it and say, oh, hey, it's black highlight, it's Shiro Zangetsu speaking.
Okay, yes,
You're lucky
fair,
it's
you're
not
very
lime
right.
green this
No,
time.
Not me.
I will destroy you, Siren.
Try, darling, try.
Oh, just we're in the middle of a professional act, you.
Professional? What's professional about this?
Oh, tomorrow when we play Among Us, you'll know my wrath. You'll know my...
Bet.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm
Can I
ready.
turn serpents up? Is he not loud enough?
Am I not
I
loud?
think he's pretty
Yeah.
loud.
I need to get louder.
Yeah.
Guys, hold on one
Yeah,
second.
I think
Go ahead,
he's
say
loud.
something. Hold on, guys, hold on. Serpent, say something.
Row.
How's
Soft.
that sound?
Okay, I guess
I'm
I'll
soft.
turn him up. He's already at 150%. What more do you want?
We like soft
Row.
boys.
And I-
Serpents is like yelling in my ear. Oh God. He's
Serpent's
frustrating.
ASMR, me yelling in your fucking ear. It's me.
I would dip so fast.
By the way, everyone
I
in
can switch back
chat,
to my other mic.
while we're getting our shit back on the rails, everyone in chat, there is a take a seat redeem. It is your daily check-in. Feel free to go nuts on it.
Take a fucking seat.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Take a
Or what?
fucking seat. Yeah.
Just make
With
sure
my
you give
gear.
attack.
Sit. down.
Sit
That's
down.
insane. That's in-
Is this one better? I just switched back to my old mic.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
that's
good.
much better.
yeah, that is much
Man,
better. You are.
What's the
you are
point? What's the point of a snowball mic if it doesn't fucking work?
Well, you may have to you may have to recalibrate or readjust certain settings on it in order to come off because it's going to filter out a lot of the white noise, but it might dull your volume a little bit. So you may have to adjust it as a result of that. I would just take some time to whenever you have just to sort of play around with the settings to see what sounds good without including any white noise in the background.
Do
What's
you
funny is
use
that
an audio
I never
interface
had
as
any
well?
settings. No, I don't have any settings. It's just a bloom. It's just it's not got on Amazon. So it's probably a bad mic. I just bought a bad mic because it did break. So I don't know. Maybe I just need a new mic. Whatever.
All right, time to
Okay,
get it on
I'm
down.
ready.
All right, let's begin.
Okay, let's go.
King, we're here.
My mind was slow to get going. I was used to being awake fully instantly because of the war.
What do you mean? Where's here?
The second day of our false Bankai training with Yoruichi, the time-traveling device Kisuke made was successful in its objective.
I had no reason to doubt my Zanpakuto, but I still had to check for myself. My senses spread out as far as I could get them to, and I could feel everyone. It took me a moment and the help of Zangetsu to get myself under control. Uryu's Ryoryoku was worrisomely low, but then I remembered him mumbling something about a lens steal technique having taken his powers away once.
Less still, the incomplete fall standing. It works in the same fashion as our final Getsuga Tensho did.
There ain't a reason for that, is there?
Before I continue, this is just something I included on my own. I have my own personal theory that in canon, Ichigo did the final Getsuga Tensho, and it was just a technique that gave him functionally unlimited power, but the drawback was that after he was done using it, it would take away all of his powers. And much earlier in the series, his character did a very, very similar technique, and my theory was that Ichigo did that technique without realizing it.
Mm.
So that's just me inserting my own headcanon into it. Continuing. Shiro growled threatening. There was no response, and I soon stopped hearing Shiro as well. Probably went deeper into my inner world to hunt him down. I finally opened my eyes. Sky greeting me. Well, a fake sky. In my peripherals, I saw the brown rocks of Kisuke's training ground in the Slayerite. I grunted as I stood up and began stretching, feeling and hearing many of my joints popping in the process. I was wearing the clothes I had gotten from the Zero Squad, and Zangetsu was in their rightful places at my hip and back. A pair of arms wound around my neck, and I felt a mouth press against my ear.
I see you're finally awake, Bear-kun.
A sensual voice breathed. Clearly, Yoruichi expected me to turn as red as a certain fruit and stammer as I tried to get her off. I probably caught her off guard when I turned around in her grasp and hugged her desperately. I could feel her confusion as she moved her arms to properly return the hug.
Ichigo, what's wrong?
Sorry, I was drinking water because of serpents.
You're good.
It was well hidden, but I could hear the faintest traces of disappointment in her tone. Probably sad I didn't freak out.
I'll explain in a sec. Just, I need this.
I hadn't seen her in too long. Her death was one of the most devastating blows I had taken throughout the war. I couldn't not tell Yoruichi, even if Kisuke had gone back with me. While she couldn't understand why I was like this, she clearly understood I needed some sort of closure. Softly rubbed her back. Finally done collecting myself and preparing for what I was about to say, I let go of the werecat and stood straight. I stared firmly into her eyes and saw them widen by what she saw in my gaze.
Let's sit down for this. We're both gonna need it.
She seemed worried, dropped down so she was sitting cross-legged anyway. I followed suit, with my blades and rested them on the ground on either side of me.
So first things first. I'm not the Ichigo Kurosaki you were just training to use Bankai. I am Ichigo Kurosaki, and I did undergo your training, but I'm a bit removed.
She was clearly confused, but she motioned for me to continue.
I'm from the future. A little over 10 years.
After saying this, I saw Yoruichi look me over, much closer this time, before her eyes met mine once again.
Keep going.
After I got Bankai, we stopped Rukia's execution. I just managed to beat Byakuya when Aizen stepped up and out of the shadows.
His eyes hardened to a glare at his name.
He got the Hyogyu. What's it? Hogyoku?
Yes.
He got the Hogyoku, which Kisuke had hidden inside of Rukia, before eventually kidnapping Orihime for her powers. Ryu, Chad, Rukia, Renji, and I invaded his base in Hueco Mundo to get her back while we went out and attacked Karakura Town, which the Gotei 13 defended. After rescuing Orihime, I went up against Aizen, being the only person who hadn't seen his Shikai. I ended up losing my powers once, but Kise helped me regain them. It took a while, but we eventually won. Then we were thrown into another war.
Alright, now that that's over. Thank you for the raid, Ari! Hello, everyone! We're getting so many
Another raid.
raids today! It's
Hello.
another sibling,
Hello.
too!
Hello.
Wonderful little fairy dragon. Alright, so to go on with the typical announcements, I am Grimlock Bragi. I am the forgotten king of stories, here to tell many stories as I can. And with me today, we are doing a read-along of one of the stories I have written, with a wonderful cast of incredible voice actors, starting with Weeb.
Hi, I'm Weeby Lou. You can call me Weeb, you can call me Lumi, you can call me Lulu, I don't really mind. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a non-binary voice actor, bit of a baby VA, kind of a beginner, but I'm always willing to learn, and I'm very happy to be here.
Abyss.
Hello, hello. My name is Lord Abyss. That's with 4 S's. I am a somewhat decent voice actor, still learning as I go. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Here to have fun, have a great time.
Axel.
And hello, everybody. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Master Axel Fury. I'm a VTuber and a voice actor with a pretty cool bow tie. You can call me Master or Axel or Fury, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. And today I have the privilege of being able to do a read-along with Grimlock Bragi as well as these other talented voice actors beside me.
Shiro goes next. I'm getting some water.
Hello, my name is Shiro Nilo. I'm a dragon vampire. I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say, but yeah. I'm also a baby voice actor, and I do variety streams Wednesdays and Saturdays, and whenever other days I can. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
I think Serpens is next then.
Yes, I am Serpens, God of Chaos, here to spread my word across the world of chaos. And I am here joining the stream, doing a very, very wonderful story by my ex-husband, Grimlock. If you wish to follow me, go to my Twitter and or... Next person, I'm done speaking.
I love how much louder you are than
It just
everyone
kept
else.
Yeah,
flipping every
you just-
time.
I love it. Anyway.
Hello everyone, I am Pretty Little Siren, also known as Siren, here to steal your souls and serenade your ears. I'm a baby voice actor as well, and I'm here with Grim and everyone else. I was supposed to say all of these
Everyone
talented
else.
people, but I was looking at his character, so I said Grim. I am not prepared, but I hope you all enjoy it.
All right.
With everyone in souls.
What can I
They're
say?
tasty.
They're tasty.
They're
Oh my
delicious.
God.
Oh my god.
Souls
Oh my
taste like
God.
nothing.
Then you don't have the right.
This is-
Excuse me, they taste like cotton candy.
They have a
I
beautiful
thought
little
they
aria
tasted
to
kind
them.
of salty.
Each
I've
soul
had
tastes
souls before,
different
they
based on their
taste salty.
experiences.
I guess it's different with every Leave me alone, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure!
They all.
Bizarre.
Stoner. Don't ask me why I know what they taste like, Sticks. It's not my choice. Serpents kept force feeding me the souls.
I wanted to know what it tasted like from a normal mortal. For me, they just taste, well, they just give me power, no satisfaction. It's like trying to eat
Yeah.
lettuce. It just tastes like lettuce. It's healthy, but it tastes like nothing.
I've only ever had souls that tasted like salt, like tears.
Give me your soul, you
The
seem to
souls I've
taste like
tasted are all
blueberries.
different
I would
flavors.
be surprised if I didn't taste like coffee.
The only souls that taste different are the ones that I have under my rule. But I don't like eating those souls because I
The
love
ones
them.
under torment are the best spicy ones.
Agreed.
Eh,
The
I
ones
never
that
bothered to go
fall
that
for
far.
you.
Why do I have to do the
Fine.
shoutouts? Why do I
So
have mods if
sweet.
I do with shoutouts? I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Why are you even here? If I have to do the shout out.
How do I do the name properly?
Like-
Where
It's
Are we ready?
/ shout out and then the person's name.
Not
Yeah.
Shiro tastes blood.
I just need
So
to make sure that I
Yeah,
typed
I
her
know
name
what
in
you
right
mean.
because you're on a mobile, but you told me you figured out how to shout people out on mobile.
You can still shout out people as long as you can type in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's literally
Moon
easier to do it
Tea.
on
Yeah,
mobile.
Moon Tea. I
Yeah.
thought you had that figured out. Ooh.
That's crazy.
But
just
continuing
realized-
on, because Moonty is still a lovely person and all of that, they are a lovely mod. I do appreciate that they are modding for me.
I might steal your mod
Oh, no.
sometimes.
No,
by the
no, I
way.
just like pressing that
Am I
button.
still my mom?
The little
Stop
button.
stealing every person, Siren. Chill.
They were mine first. I called
Yeah,
them.
leave some for me. Maybe I want Moon Tea.
Now, Mookie,
I
I'm
think
sure you are doing a
Moonty
wonderful
can
They were
make
job.
both
her
my mods
own
first. Don't steal them,
decisions,
please.
so-
I don't have many.
It's giving slut.
True.
Now, Mookie,
Are you
Wow.
jealous?
Raiden,
You
that's
can't
different.
pull a Bears. Go sit the fuck down.
Sit
No,
down,
holy
baby
You
shit.
girl.
have a choice.
Nah.
You always
That's
have a choice.
crazy.
It's a lie.
I don't know,
Angles, no
guys. I
ma'am.
don't know, guys. Guys, me
Nah.
personally, when
Siren, I
Siren
could be your
says
idol.
anything, me personally, that's just me though.
Don't worry, sweetheart. You and I are gonna have so much fun later.
Yeah, I do have a problem with you.
Alright, getting back to the read along, because we're on page
Now,
3 of
yes.
20.
Before
Wait, 20?
Mookie,
Oh,
Mookie.
my
Was it? It's Moonty or Moontie?
Moonty.
Minty.
Moon Tea. Moon Tea.
Mookie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing phenomenal jobs as moderators.
Yeah. You're
I just
doing
wanna say
incredible.
that.
Yippee,
Alright,
free
so
mods.
I just like
I'm
to
gonna
press
request more
move
mod
button.
applications.
Styx likes to do that, not Styx, Serpents likes to do that for everyone.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Alright,
Yes.
then continuing. My throat
But I love
felt,
all of you.
Where was I?
my
yeah,
throat
no,
felt
I-
tight and my eyes burned as I got myself ready to continue.
There was a secret group of Quincy's in hiding, led by the most powerful Quincy to ever exist. They declared war within us so that nearly killed half the Sirite. At first, it was all we could do not to die. The Zero Squad got involved.
I looked down at Zangetsu, brushed my fingers along their blades.
They helped me find my heritage and unlock my true power. It was thanks to them that we turned the tide. Kiska and I won.
In the corner of my eye, I saw Yoruichi confused about the phrasing. Then it clicked. It was forming at the corner of her eyes, able to be a hug.
I'm so sorry.
He whispered guiltily.
You shouldn't have to go. You shouldn't have had to go through that. We shouldn't have made you.
I wasn't forced. Everyone I cared about was in danger. No way was I going to let them be. I came back because I had to get strong enough, fast enough to save everyone. Strong enough now. I'm not going to let anyone die.
You stop being so good, you're giving me goosebumps, man.
Real.
She cradles my head at that.
You're too young to carry the fate of the world on your shoulders.
I smiled painfully.
Not the first time you told me that.
Felt when a fist clenched the back of my shihakusho.
Doesn't make it any less true.
Silence passed between us, and my hand drew. Clothes lifted.
So you said you
Left.
unlocked your true power. Oopsies.
You're good. Keep going.
So you said you unlocked your true power?
I sighed, happy for the obvious change in subject.
Yeah. You know my heritage, right?
She let go when we both sat up straight to look in my eyes.
Yeah. Your mom's a Quincy. that had a hollow sealed inside of her. And your dad's a captain.
I rubbed the back of my head. Knew it was a nervous tick, but never bothered to try to fix it.
I kind of have the powers of all three.
Face blinked. Slowly blinked.
What?
I have the powers of a Shinigami, Hollow, and Quincy. Or that's the power of my Zanpakuto.
I thought your Zanpakuto had that energy / power.
Getsuga Tensho.
I explained.
And that's just a small portion of what I can do. In my Shikai, I can use every basic power of all three races, like Kido, what's the other one?
Seros.
Seros. I can use every basic power of all three races, like Kido, Seros, and the arrows. By the way, those arrows are called Helic Fails. The only thing that's mine are the Getsugas, but those I technically got from Goatface.
Getsugas?
There are two forms, but Dad can't use the other one because you need two swords for it.
Got it. But what about your Bankai? What can it do?
You don't need to know. There's only really 3 people, 4 if I let Aizen get that strong, but there are strong enough for me to use my Bankai against, and none of them is the head captain.
Her yellow eyes widened at that.
Wow. You're that strong?
I rubbed the back of my head.
Zenketsu claims that our Shikai is Bankai level in terms of power, and I haven't seen anything that disproves that.
Well, damn. Seen Kitsuge, and I underestimated how much of a powerhouse you could be. What about the new clothes? Looks good on you.
Oh, these? I got them from Senjumaru. Originally it was just armor, but then she got pissed that I kept on wrecking it in fights and made me a set that self-regenerates.
Holy shit. Get anything else from the Zero Squad?
And my hand was rubbing the back of my head again.
Yeah, about that. The entire Zero Squad trained me?
Once again, her face turned blank.
Excuse me?
Senjumaru made my clothes, like I said. Etsu personally crafted my blades.
That's
Etsu taught
actually
me the
one
powers.
name. His name
sorry.
is
Etsu.
Etsu.
Oh, gotcha. Senjumaru made my clothes, like I said. Etsu personally crafted my blades. Ichibi taught me the powers I could use and how to use them. Tenjiro healed me whenever I got banged up during training, and Hiro kept me topped up on Ririkyu, as well as taught me how to control it.
Flash goddess sat frozen in front of me, before she whispered slowly.
No wonder you're so strong. I'm pretty sure anyone will become a powerhouse with that Zero Squad training.
Yeah, Rukia, Renji, and Byakuya trained a little bit under the Zero Squad too. They didn't have to relearn their movesets, so they didn't stay as long as I did. Rukia unlocked Bankai thanks to Ichibe. Renji got his full Bankai, I guess? It's weird, I don't know how to explain it right. Byakuya learned how to use Senbon Sakura better, which was great.
The brown-skinned beauty giggled.
Of course. Renji and Rukai? Is it Rukai?
Rukia.
Rukia. Renji and Rukia get something cool. But Bayabu just learns how to use his Zanpakuto better. All skill and no flashiness makes a so boring Zanpakuto.
I'm pretty sure there's an argument there about a wave of glowing pink swords in the shape of a flower petals being flashy enough.
Oh, you're just like him. I imagine what shapes he could make if he wanted to have some fun. He could make deadly balloon animals.
I snickered at the image of Byakuya forming a balloon dog out of Senbun Sakura's blades and used to fight.
See, you get it.
That'd be way too comedic to use in a real fight.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to take that seriously, and then bam! You'd be cut to pieces.
I began outright laughing at Yoruichi's.
I think you've been spending too much time around Orihime.
What do you mean? Sure, she's a bit airheaded, and I'm definitely never gonna eat her cooking, but her surprise tactics are top notch.
I roared in laughter at the image of Yoruichi, ex-captain of the Stealth Force and goddess of Flash, getting tips and surprise tactics from Orihime. Yoruichi's cat-like grin was proudly displayed upon her face. Her eyes widened as her smile took a mischievous turn.
I nearly forgot. You're in your mid-20s. Did you finally get laid?
My laughter was cut short as I choked on my spit and my face burned. The werecat's eyes gleamed.
Well, I ain't hearing a no.
She purred.
Who was it? Or Jaime? Is that how you say it? Or
Or a hime.
okay. Who was it? Or Hime? Rukia? Me?
My face grew increasingly hot the longer she talked, and I quickly turned away. I felt her hands ghost over my shoulders as she excitedly continued in my ear.
You still haven't said no.
Just tell her she'll stop bothering you.
If he tells her, you know she will arrange for it to happen.
Even better.
Neither of you are helping.
Quickly making a decision for myself, which is probably going to be the wrong one with my track record, I turns to face Yoruichi.
My first time was a threesome, and I'm not gonna tell you with who.
I screamed before flash stepping to the other side of the training grounds, though not fast enough to miss the excited and proud squeal of "Way to go, Barry-kun."
You just made her more curious, likely also more determined to both learn of who it was and arrange for it to happen again.
Shut up!
Quincy, I didn't turn him down, he turned himself down because he was about to scream.
That's awesome.
I love that. We love the
I love
self-awareness.
it so much.
I'm not gonna hurt
Thanks.
her.
Oh my
seriously.
God.
I was so not expecting that in the best way.
That was
It was
awesome.
smart. It was very
That was
smart.
That was actually really good. It sounded distant
Yeah.
too, so it was like
Yeah.
he's actually across the field.
It was delightful, actually.
Genuine
Kudos.
thing. Oh, anyway.
Old man's response was a heavy sigh.
Changing the subject, since we have transported to previous Rukia's execution, with our true powers, we must devise a way to go about things without alerting Aizen to our power.
What do you mean?
Originally, we just barely managed to learn Bankai in time. We were just barely strong enough to best Byakuya with it, and Aizen only revealed himself once the Hogyoku was in prime position for him to take. The captains were scattered, distracted, and weakened. We were barely capable of standing, and no one else had sufficient strength to hinder his escape once he announced his plans. Currently, we are capable of matching any captain, save for the head captain, with merely our Shikai. Any use of our abilities will alert Aizen, and your false Shikai and its strength are recognized throughout the whole of the Serietai.
Stereotype.
Did I say that right? Serietai, that's what I said, huh?
Many people are gonna get suspicious just from seeing me like this.
So, for a little bit of context, since we have so many people who have not seen Bleach, and you guys are all familiar with the new anime, The Blood War, right?
Yeah.
No.
Kind
Nope.
I was like, you haven't seen it, but you're aware that it exists.
Yeah.
What is,
Fine.
what's,
No.
what is,
Yeah.
I don't know what is Bleach.
I do know it exists. Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
I Bleach, but not the other one.
Okay.
Don't drink
you
it.
used to
That's all
wash
I'm
your
saying.
clothes.
All right.
Right.
That's great.
So,
Good seasoning.
in the actual canon, Ichigo only discovered his true sword and Zanpakuto in the final arc. So the entire time up until then, he's using one set of powers that isn't correct. So the whole point that's being brought up here is that they've suddenly changed with zero warning, and Aizen is an incredibly suspicious and paranoid man who will immediately change his plans if he thinks something is not right. So if Ichigo, who up until this point only had one sword, suddenly walked out with two swords and is curb stomping everyone, he's immediately going to change his plans, and the whole point of Ichigo time traveling is moot.
Mm.
So that's what Old Man Zangetsu was pointing out here. That they have to try to figure out a plan to make sure everything goes in a way that they can actually work around it.
Right.
So we will continue with Serpens.
But what are we gonna do? It's not like we can go back to using.
Well, maybe we can.
What do you? No,
It might be our only option.
it ain't an option.
We'll stop as soon as Aizen reveals himself.
Too damn long.
Hollow, we have no other choice.
You ain't the one about to get sealed, fucker.
He's right, though, Shiro. I hate it as much as either of you. I'll only be suppressed throughout the fight with Byakuya and a little bit before and after. I don't plan on really keeping the whole from the future thing a secret after Aizen's dealt with. And we only need to, so he comes out of its shadows.
You mean the closet?
Jiro growled. If he was in an okay enough mood to make a remark about someone's sexuality, then he was at least understanding of the situation.
Thanks, Shiro. Sorry about this in advance.
He grunted an acknowledgement, and I mentally readied myself for another round of Yoruichi's teasing before going back to where I left her. Any scene so that everyone in chat can be able to decipher things before I continue. We will be instantly moving on to the... Moonty, what? What?
Oh.
I'm looking in chat, the first thing I see is Moonty directly pinging Sticks and saying, "Help, the gay panic is getting worse."
Grim?
Moonty, darling.
Is this
Hold on,
about
wait.
me?
Wait, real quick, Grim.
Yeah?
I must say, I feel a little targeted here. You made the chaotic god, who is prone to being sealed away by some heroes at some occasions, to being the sword that gets sealed on some occasion.
This is...
Hi, Sticks. How are
Hey.
you, darling?
This is the only time that you get sealed, and it is explicitly so that Aizen doesn't realize that shit is weird. And the reason you are getting sealed specifically is because at the time
You
that
can
this happens in the
try.
original timeline, you are the power Ichigo perceives as a problem, so he is actively sealing you away, and Aizen knows
Just
it.
how I like it.
Though I have
beautiful shade
yet,
red.
though I have yet been sealed in ever, I refuse. It's such a staple. Ugh.
Also, I didn't even know that in your lore you get sealed away.
So great.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't.
gotta
I don't get.
find it.
No, I don't get sealed away.
Chaotic
But this is
dreaming and then
quite.
seductive talking.
I just want to say before we continue, if you hear like rumbling in the background, a storm just went by my house.
Ooh, fun!
Siren did it.
No,
Moody's not in
not-
my stream. She's talking from Grimm's, by the way. So
Get
you're
up.
irrelevant,
difference.
Abyss.
You're
Shut the fuck up.
irrelevant.
You're just
You
jealous,
shut up. No, you're
Abyss.
jealous.
Oh, sweetheart,
Aw.
look at you.
Baby
Craving the
girl.
Oh my
attention.
god! Sticks is a...
Children,
Baby
children,
girl.
children.
What is happening?
We need
Shut up,
children.
father.
Children.
Shut up, Dad.
Like, when we shut up?
Like, when do we shut
Parents
up?
are
I'm like,
Daddy is talking. No. Oh my
Rainbow,
god.
Rainbow,
What is happening?
Rainbow,
Parents
when
are
do we go to get the
fighting.
sauce, Dad?
Rainbow.
If you
I
guys
know
don't
you
know this
live.
yet, you can log on my stream, and I have redeemed to call you guys a certain name.
Can
Really?
you know, I can
Yeah.
confirm that I have
What is
used it on someone else.
I said, I
What is
said, I know where you live,
Bye
Rainbow.
later.
I
know
love
exactly
all
where
the
you live,
shenanigans
and
we
I
get
will
up to
find
here.
you,
I
I
love the
swear to
shenanigans.
God.
Love
What we're
it.
doing?
and I'm going to get my hands on you.
Touch me harder.
I'm missing the
Hey,
stream.
auto.
Alright, let's continue
Oh.
with the next scene. I'm just gonna crack my back a little bit. What did I just hear?
Oh, does someone want me to break their back? And I'm
Let
not
me
talking
break your
about you
back
guys.
for you, Grim.
I'm talking about what
Yeah.
the fuck? I just heard the crack that caught
That
me
was
off
that.
guard.
Oh my god, that was a
that
good
was
crack.
That was a
crunchy.
crisp.
Mm.
That's
I wish I could
That
do
was
that,
a
but I-
nat 20 crack.
that
That was
was.
my neck. I'm sorry.
That was your back?
No, that was my neck. I'm sorry.
That's what your neck
Wow.
sounds like?
Are you
That's
paraplegic now or something?
crazy.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm always usually a ball of stress, so.
God damn.
That's such a mood. That
Fair
is such
enough.
a freaking mood.
Alright, let's proceed.
Sticks hates it when I fucking stretch. Sorry, go on.
that's what he said.
Rukia's execution would start in a few minutes. I calmed my breathing and steadied myself. Old man Zangetsu just warned me that suppressing Shiro was essentially forcefully unbalancing my powers. I could feel Yoruichi staring at me in a combination of confusion and interest. I had informed her of what I was going to do in order to prevent Aizen from getting suspicious. My Ryoku went into freefall as Shiro was suppressed and I fell to a knee. The weight on my back shifted until it matched my false Shikai blade, and the blade at my hips completely melted away. Before we continue, I will say to those unaware in the audience, Ryoku is basically like the passive energy you have in your body. When we get to it later, Reiatsu is like active energy. Like when you do a laser beam, that's Reiatsu. Yeah, continue.
It's done.
Old man confirmed.
Now, haul ass!
Shiro was close to seething, and I had to remind myself why I was suppressing my power. It took a few moments to get accustomed to my significantly weakened powers, but I sprinted to the exit of the cavern before shunpoing in my current fastest towards Sokyoku Hill. The sky turned orange as Sokyoku was released from its seal. It screeched and dove at Rukia. I was in front of the raven-haired midget in an instant, my hand holding the false blade of Zangetsu as the firebird slammed into. There was no way that thing was as strong as a million Zanpakuto. Sure, even the fake Zangetsu was powerful. There was no way it could match a million Zanpakuto. I looked over to Rukia and had to restrain myself before I broke down. Thanks to old man Zangetsu feeding me memories, I smiled cockily.
Hey,
I greeted casually, so I wasn't as if I wasn't doing the impossible. I was used to doing the impossible anyway, so it wasn't too out of place. Rukia was frozen in shock. Then she began screaming.
oh, I remember this.
None of us noticed this last time. Why the fuck is the overgrown chicken just sitting there?
Interesting question. Likely to provide an equally interesting answer should we ever find it.
Meanwhile, Rukia was still screaming.
What is it going to take you for to finally realize you can't defeat my brother?
Shiro burst into laughter, and old man snorted.
He'll kill you for sure this time!
Shiro began laughing more.
I am not asking you or anyone else to rescue me. I resign to my fate. Go away!
With the reputation that thing got, how was she ignoring the fact that I stopped the Sokyoku with practically one hand? Hell, it was still... Oh, wait, it moved. I tilted my head to look at it as it reared back and screeched in rage. The pressure from the wave of sound was enough to make my weakened form stumble forward a step.
You know, when it made its second charge, Flowers and Lungs stopped it with a seal thingy before it hit us. Maybe it was just holding back on the first hit, and it was gonna go all out on the second strike.
Plausible.
There's and one of the...
I didn't.
Oh, I think it clipped.
Oh wait.
Oh, I guess I didn't pick it up. Weird. Go!
Oh yeah.
Rukia
definitely
screamed.
didn't.
Yeah, I could hear that peak, definitely. Rukia screamed in worry as I faced the flaming chicken. Axel.
Did it peak again?
Can you hear me okay? There we go, sorry. A second strike will make a difference.
Before I continue,
don't care.
Okay. Before I continue, I will say, something I pointed out to a friend when I had him read it. Ichigo was referring to it by its proper name for this entire time, but the moment that Shiro Zangetsu calls it a chicken, he then instantly calls it a chicken and refuses to call it anything else.
I love that.
Chicken. Chicken.
If I had my full power, at least.
I don't care how confident you are, you'll never be able to stop it a second time.
We can stop it as many fucking times as we fucking want to, Short Stack.
Enough already, Ichigo! You've got to quit!
I didn't.
Ichigo, please! You'll be torn to pieces!
Shiro scoffed.
Like we'd need to worry about an injury like that.
Outside of our complete Bunkai, yes, we would. When he can use neither his Retsutengai nor his high-speed regeneration, it would prove fatal.
The chicken rushed forward, and I readied to block a strike I knew wasn't coming. The chicken stopped as a thick brown rope wrapped around its neck, and the end that was capped off by a spearhead sank into the ground almost 100 feet below. I didn't need to look in order to know Kisuke or Ukitake and Kyoraku were on the ground, holding an artifact in order to break the Sokyoku. I heard the Shinigami falling into chaos below, but instead watched as a flaming chicken glowed brightly before exploding. Old Man Zangetsu fed me memories again, and I turned around to jump onto the platform holding Rukia up. And sheathed the fake Zangetsu in position to stab it into the platform. Rukia looked up at me.
Ichigo, what are you doing?
Is it obvious? Take the stand down.
Her eyes widened.
That's crazy! Ichigo, you can't! You'll end up killing us both!
Don't worry about it. Just shut up and watch.
At least shut up. I begged in my head as I stabbed the platform and shot some Raryoku into it to blow it apart. It exploded, and I grabbed Rukia under my arm before she could fall. I rested the false blade on my shoulder as I began, not needing the old man's guidance for this bit.
Don't try to rescue me, you said. Just go home, you said. You know, sometimes you talk too much. It's a good thing I didn't listen. Now, this is the second
Third.
time I've had to tell you this. I've come here to rescue you. Got it?
For a moment, the only sound was of the still falling splinters of the platform I had just broken.
What a fool.
Midget finally mumbled.
I'm not going to say thank you.
He's tiny chat.
I don't expect you to.
Don't need you to. I could faintly hear some of the Shinigami freaking out down below about the indestructible stand being destroyed.
By this point, I think the Central 46, or whoever the fuck made this shit, exaggerate. So no one would try to fight back.
Hollow, is something ailing you? You're displaying intelligence you haven't shown before today.
Fuck off, you sack of shit! I'm smart!
Not knowing what to do until Renji got here, I settled for death-glaring Byakuya. Even though he got better over the years, he still had a stick up his ass that wasn't supposed to fit.
Ichigo.
Oh yeah, Ruki and I talked until Renji came. I looked down to meet her eyes, and I briefly wondered why she wasn't losing her shit over being carried like a puppy.
What are we supposed to do now? How can you possibly disappear with so many eyes watching us?
Did she think I had a plan? I was now wondering why Rukia would ever think I came with a plan, especially when I first became a Shinigami. My first tactic for slaying a Gillian was to hit it till it died.
We make a run for it.
I responded.
Stupid, we never get away. Those are captains.
So, we can move faster than Yororichi. They'd never be able to catch us if we just decided to gun it.
Yeah, I know.
Wanted to both at the same time.
But we're not alone, so I need you to trust me.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Sleepless. Rukia stared at me in disbelief, and I felt something familiar closing in. Fucking finally,
What's that?
the midget asked. The Hogyoku was probably fucking with her senses, I finally realized. No other reason for her to not recognize her best friend's energy signature.
It's about time, Reggie!
I yelled out. Renji burst into the clearing, covered in bandages and using Zabimaru for support. It was times like this that I understood why the Zanpakuto didn't let him use the full power of his Bankai at first. If I was ever weak enough to have to brace against something in order to stand, Zangetsu would sooner materialize and throw me over his shoulder, and allow me to use him like a walking stick.
Damn straight.
Renji!
Rukia cried, getting the attention of the pineapple. For now, Abyss will cover for Lucky's lines.
Rukia!
The midget twisted in my grip like she'd be okay falling nearly 100 feet with no powers.
Oh, Renji, it's you! I'm so glad you're alive!
We stopped the fucking Sokyoko to save your ass. scream at us, but when exaggeration personified limps and a hill, you couldn't be happier? Double standards, much midget?
Right? I knew you'd show up.
I spoke up. Renshi grinned like I couldn't have saved Rukia without him.
What choice did I have? I couldn't just rely on you to save Rukia, could I?
We did! You piece of shit! For the second fucking time, no less!
Hey, calm down. We can still throw out the midget at him, remember?
Do it harder this time! I want to bruise his ribs.
Of course. All right, here you go.
I lifted the raven-haired woman over my head by the back of her kimono. She stiffened in my hand.
Ready?
Since I no longer was tense with the thought of this going wrong, I took the time to enjoy her panicked expression, as well as the mirrored one on Renji's face.
Ooh, wait, Ichigo.
Nervous fear had entered her voice as her body started shaking.
You don't really think you're going to...
Hey, hold on now.
Renji
You wouldn't dare. Oh,
Renji's was wide-eyed and sweating. It was wonderful to see.
you wouldn't dare.
I would dare, over and over again.
Look out below.
I couldn't wipe off the genuine smile on my face as I threw Rukia as hard as my weakened state could. Tears were flying out of Rukia's eyes as she shot through the air like a bullet, screaming at the top of her lungs the whole way down.
You're insane!
Renji bellowed before Rukia's head crashed straight into the center of his chest. What did I just hear?
Yeah, I heard something too.
What was that, guys?
I don't know.
A trench was dug into the ground that went on for about 10 feet before the momentum could no longer push them. Rukia popped out first, face red and tears in the corner of her eyes. She was cradling the top of her head.
Damn you, Ichigo!
He shouted. Renji popped up right after, and from what little I could see of it, I was pleased to see a bruise growing on his chest.
Yeah, you idiot. What if I didn't catch her?
I allowed myself to get serious.
Take her and go.
I ordered. Neither moved for a moment, so I yelled again.
Don't just stand there. Take her to safety. Take her far away from here. That's your duty. Protect her with your life.
Renji still stared for a moment like the dipshit he was. Then he finally decided to listen as he picked up Rukia and started running. I saw Omeda, Chojiro, and Isane run after him after being ordered to. I shunpoed in front of them immediately. Seeing the blade on my shoulder, they all released their shikais, but they didn't know I wasn't going to use mine. I stabbed the fake blade into the ground and used my strength, third even by Shinigami standards, punched straight through Omeda's mace into his stomach. His feet barely had the time to lift off the ground before I rounded on Chojiro. Sent a mental apologies to Yama before I uppercut the orange-skinned lieutenant hard enough to knock him out swiftly. Sending another apology, this time to Unohana, Isane was unconscious before she realized what happened. Knowing what was coming, I ripped the fake Zangetsu out of the ground just fast enough to block Senbon Sakura. I mentally cussed. I was too slow in this state. I normally was fast enough to wait for Byakuya to attack. Still, I pretended as if I wasn't actually leagues more powerful than the head of the Kuchiki clan.
You're gonna have to do a lot better than that if you're gonna get your sister back, Byakuya.
You're also gonna need to get that light post out of your ass. He narrowed his eyes as if he heard my inner monologue.
Tell me why. Why won't you just give up? You keep trying to save Rukia again and again.
I was too pissed at that to listen to what I had originally said. Instead, growled.
Aren't you her brother? Why the fuck are you trying to kill her? You should be protecting her.
Such a foolish question. Even if I did have the time to try and explain the principle to you, someone like you would never understand it.
Someone like me doesn't need to. It's wrong.
It seems talking serves no purpose. Prepare to die.
He focused his Ryatsu into his blade in attempts to overwhelm me. Luckily, even weakened, I had excessive amounts of Ryatsu. I flooded my blade with bright blue energy, and the warring energies exploded, causing both Byakuya and Dai to slide back a few feet.
There's only one path before me. I shall kill you, Ichigo Kurosaki. And then, once again, I will capture Rukia. And this time, I will execute her myself.
Before Axel goes, Siren has a raid.
Oh yeah, I know. I was yapping to them. Thank you.
Oh. We
Yes,
didn't hear you, so I just assumed that you were
yeah,
just
because
waiting.
I had my mic muted like for Discord. So. Thank you for the follow. It was good, but I gotta go. Bye bye. Thank you for trusting me with your community. I really appreciate that, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Rest up, take care of yourself, and drink lots of water. And your voice is so cute. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that, sweetie.
Right, well then apparently
you for
since
following.
most of the acknowledgements was already over by the time I pointed it out, Axel, keep going.
I won't let you do that. That's the reason I'm here.
I roared before we dashed at each other again. My sword spills were awkward now that I was used to dual wielding, but my moves smoothened with every clash. My eyes narrowed as I focused on deflecting his strikes. While I had increased in skill greatly thanks to the Zero Squad, they had agreed with me that a berserker fighting style was most effective for my Zanpakuto and their power. Since I couldn't currently use the power of Zangetsu, I had to partake in a battle of skill, do my best to not get hit. After a particularly fast clash, Byakuya and I each shunpoed back. He seemed uncomfortably pleased.
You've mastered the flash step.
Oh, I get it. He doesn't want to admit I can actually fight.
But don't think that it'll change your fate. It won't.
Oh.
I didn't master Flash Step to save myself.
I pointed the fake Zangetsu at him in challenge.
You want Rukia? You'll have to go through me. Your Shikai isn't enough for that.
King, his Bankai isn't enough for that.
Come on. I heard you earlier. You said you were going to kill me first and then execute Rukia with your own 2 hands.
So I did.
Acknowledge.
And I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to defeat you, Byakuya, if you don't take this seriously.
Well, I defeat you anyway, but you don't need to do that.
I'm willing to risk everything.
Round. Keep going.
You act as if there's some reason why it has to be this way. You say I wouldn't understand. You got that right. Can't even imagine what kind of a monster would actually threaten to murder his own sister. As long as I'm here, you'll never say that about Rukia again.
My eyes glowed with Ryoryoku.
Release your Bankai now, or I'll kill you where you stand.
Originally, that had been a threat from a cocky teenager. Now, it was a genuine warning thanks to the sheer amount of power I had.
An empty threat. All your boasting and bragging will not change my mind, and it will not change Rukia's fate.
He lifted Senbon Sakura in his favorite position to release his Shikai. I narrowed my eyes.
Nor your own. You want my Bankai? Careful what you ask for. You will die, but it is 1,000 years too soon for you to die by my Bankai.
The blade glowed pink. Fake Zangetsu seared a violent blue in response.
Scatter. Senbon Sakura.
Both halves of Zangetsu and I snarled in unison. All 3 of us were insulted at the reminder from the nobleman of about how weak we were at the time. Zangetsu unable to protect me unable to protect my friends. I growled as I raised the cleaver and swung down. A violent wave of sheer destruction erupted out of the blade, and it tore past Byakuya, purposefully only striking the outside of his arm. The pink petals fluttered to the ground as his focus disappeared. His face was full of shock. The slash had carved a path into the ground, stopping a few feet past Byakuya. Pathetic. It felt good, knowing I was so much more powerful than what amounted to a scratch in the dirt. Blood dripped down the arm of the Kushiki clan head into the shallow path I had created.
Is this the true power of your Zanpakuto, Ichigo Kurosaki?
So the reason this next one isn't highlighted is because it's actually Ichigo, Shiro, and Old Man all speaking at the same time.
I don't know
See
how
if
to
we can
do
time
that
it.
with Discord, but
Alright.
you sounded
time it.
great, so I say
That's
you
good.
go for it.
We'll just count down, and so 3, 2, 1, then say it.
Not. Oh,
Oh, well, someone outside of us should say it. So
yeah, 'cause of
Okay.
the delay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, I'll do it.
Count you guys down if you want. I can count you guys down.
Oh, I've got it.
are we doing it
Three.
on one or no?
After one.
After one.
After one.
After one.
After one? Okay.
3, 2,
I think in three.
3,
Sorry.
2, 1.
Not even
Not even
close.
close.
Zangetsu and I growled simultaneously in my head.
That's right.
I had to force the words out of my mouth. It felt insulting to describe something so weak as my signature.
When I swing my sword, all of my Ryatsu is absorbed by my Zanpakuto that released in a super high density beam. That gives it an incredibly amplified swing. That's Sengetsu's power.
I had to pause and calm down. I accidentally say fuck it and let loose my true power. Old man
Yeah!
Zangetsu supplied memories to work from.
You know, this is the first time I've used this attack in combat. Till just now, I wasn't really sure how to fire it. Kisuke Urahara told me, I can only teach you the stances. And I finally know what he meant. He was telling me that there was only one who could use Zangetsu. That was Zangetsu himself. The name of that attack.
It felt wrong to call something so weak by the name of something so powerful.
His Getsuga Tensho.
I allowed a moment for him to take it in.
I'll say it once more. Byakuya Kuchiki. Attack me with your Bankai now, or I'm going to destroy you completely.
He said nothing for a couple of seconds.
Piercer of Heaven, huh? What a pretentious name.
Now, for something like that, I agree. But say that about a real one, and it's joining that light post up your ass.
I agreed wholeheartedly with my Zanpakuto.
Alright then. Since you're not willing to take no for an answer, then see this. Behold, my Bankai.
He held his sword in the familiar position he took whenever he entered Bankai and dropped his sword through the ground. I pretended to be shocked.
Do not worry. This'll be over swiftly.
Oh, I want it to be.
You'll turn to dust and disappear before another thought passes through your head.
Like always when his Bankai is released, a dozen gigantic swords rose out of the ground behind him.
Bankai. Senban Zakura Kageyoshi.
The blades exploded into petals, and I calmed myself down with the recollection that with the way this Byakuya used his Bankai, it might as well just be a bigger version of his Shikai, which was a hilarious thought. A Bankai is so much more powerful and effective than a Shikai could ever be. Sad that Byakuya originally perverted his so much as to treat it like a Shikai. I grabbed the false Zangetsu and ran as what amounted to 1,000,000 flying swords came at me like the world's deadliest tidal wave. I allowed myself to get in the middle of a trap and half-heartedly flung a fake Getsuga before I was overwhelmed by the petal-shaped blades.
Think of Senban Zakura like this. A relentless barrage from all angles by billions of blades attacking simultaneously. The abilities of your Zanpakuto are more than I imagined.
You could never hope to take our true power on.
Came Shiro's growl. Only when the Hollow was truly pissed. Us.
However, your attacks are far too broad and clumsy. You can never evade the nimble assault of Senban Zakura.
I can name so many ways why I don't care.
Yeah, well, you talk too much. Are you ready?
To rip his head off? Yes.
For the fake Bankai.
Yes.
I said I'd beat you. If Shikai isn't enough, I'll go higher.
That arrogant mouth of yours is going to be the death of you. You talk as if you've already achieved Bankai level.
We did a long time ago, and we don't need it against you. Yeah, you catch on pretty quickly, Byakuya.
I shifted into my ready stance for activating my false Bankai. My feet were set shoulder width apart, and the fake Zangetsu was held out in front of me, my left hand supporting my arm. The cloth that always hung at the bottom of the hilt automatically wrapped around my arm as my Ryatsu skyrocketed, screaming to climb up to its true levels, but being forcefully prevented from doing so.
Bankai!
My Ryatsu exploded outward, powerful enough even when weakened to create a hurricane. Single careless slash, I cleared the dust away from the battlefield, revealing my false Bankai to Byakuya. I felt kind of nostalgic to wear the overcoat again, to hold the midnight black blade in my hand one more time. Thanks to the head of the Kuchiki clan being stunned from my release, I analyzed myself, to find an incredible revelation. I always wondered why my fake Bankai blade was black, why all my wounds healed when I released it, and why I was able to use my hollow powers most freely in Bankai. It seemed the simple act of entering Bankai, truest and most powerful form of the relationship between Shinigami and Zanpakuto, was enough to loosen the seal my Quincy powers had over my hollow. The blade was black because Shiro's blade was, my wounds healed because of his high-speed regeneration, and I had the easiest access to my hollow powers because it was when the seal was at its weakest. That also explained why the more often and longer I was in Bankai, the easier to use and more powerful my hollow mask had become.
Tensai Zangetsu.
You just now realize this?
Shut up.
Byakuya finally came out of his shock in a week.
So, that's it? That little weapon.
Fuck you.
That's your Bankai.
He seemed flabbergasted.
It looks just like a regular Zanpakuto. Now I can see. This is no different than your childish display earlier.
His eyes narrowed in rage.
What it comes down to is the fact that you enjoy treading on those things we hold sacred. What you need is to be taught a lesson. I plan on showing you what happens to immature brats who try to insult our honor.
Senpon Sakura rose up like a flood from behind him, straight at me. It was just as easy now as it had been then to Shunpo past the blades and in front of him, the point of Zangetsu's blade just barely breaking through the skin of the hollow of his neck. He froze in shock.
You want to talk about pride? Your so-called honor demands that you kill Rukia. Takes a lot of honor to kill your own sister, I assume. That's the kind of pride and honor you're talking about. You can be damn well sure that I'm going to insult it.
I jumped back. Had to go on until Byakuya activated Senkei. Old man was right. Aizen wouldn't reveal himself unless everyone he perceived as a strong enough to be a nuisance was unable to be one. Byakuya counted. Refocused on the captain I was fighting to see him looking confused with a hand gently placed against where Zangetsu was previously.
Why? Why did you take the point of your sword away from my throat?
For some reason, according to my memories, I kinda just shut up here.
Well, answer me.
I didn't actually know the answer, so I remained silent.
Arrogance destroys the footholds of victory.
Wow, it was like he was reciting some a book.
That move of yours is not Bankai, and I lowly Ryoka could never attain Bankai. It's inconceivable.
Then Bonsakura began to blow in preparation for move.
With this attack, you will regret not slitting my throat when you had the chance. A miracle only happens once. Your luck has run out, boy.
I distinctly recall performing a great many things others called miracles, which now included going back in time. Pink petals blurred together as they launched themselves at me, and I immediately began dodging them at my fastest form. Regularly, the petals would surround me in a way someone slower would deem it impossible to escape, and for me to weave around them without being touched.
Begin slowly now. This is when you begin to get overwhelmed by your power.
Understood. Thanks for the reminder.
It was difficult, but with the help of the old man, I began to slow myself steadily in a way where someone would think I did.
This is taking too long. I need to get him to use the second level of his Bankai.
Haunt him.
Hero recommend. Going with it, I began to shunpo in a circle around Byakuya, fast enough that my after images were indistinguishable from myself.
You haven't hit me since I released my Bankai, you know.
I know.
Am I going too slow? I can go faster as soon as you give the word.
Don't get too cocky.
He snapped, finally resorting to his hands. It was good. Proved he was starting to get desperate. I dodged a few more times, purposefully ending up in the air and surrounded completely by Senbon Sakura. Every petal came at me at once, and I deflected them all with the speed my false Bankai was known for. Not as fast as Yoruichi, but firmly between her and Soifon in terms of speed. Once I deflected all the petals, I realized I had the perfect opportunity to push the Elder Kuchiki into using Senkei.
You said a miracle only happens once, right?
I asked before shunpoing behind Byakuya, Zangetsu poised to strike.
Then what's this?
He spun around as I stabbed forth, grabbing the blade so as to avoid being impaled. His face shifted into a dark glare.
I see. By focusing all the fighting power of the Bankai in that small blade, that Bankai gives you incredible size combined with its intensity, allows you to fight at incredible speeds. Even I have to admit such power is impressive.
He readjusted his grip on my blade.
Very well then. There's nothing left for me to do but completely crush that power!
His Ryatsu skyrocketed, and I mentally sighed and relieved.
Finally, use that second level of your Bankai.
He and I separated as he prepared Senkei.
Watch it carefully, Ichigo Kurosaki.
He began as his Ryatsu flickered about his form.
What is it with people fighting me and saying my full name before they let loose an attack they think's gonna kill me?
Dunno, but if people keep doing it, then it'll be a great warning sign.
Byakuya's Ryatsu shot into the sky before forming the dome I knew was coming.
What you see is what happens when I abandon all defense and risk everything to kill my enemy. This is the true form of Senbon Sakura.
It's great and all that you're making it all ominous and shit, but you think it's smart to let your opponent know you got no defense in this form?
Wise advice.
The dome bled to a dark blue, and the petals of Senbon Sakura formed into the blades that floated along the walls of the dome.
Senkai, Senbon Sakura, Kagayoshi.
Byakuya began walking forward as he continued.
Do not worry. These swords simply mark your funeral procession. The 1,000 swords around you will not attack you at once.
No, for such a smart guy, how did he not think to try using all of the swords once before Bay told him about it?
You know, I'm with the old man here. How are you so smart today?
Fuck off, both of you.
Byakuya kept talking, oblivious to my inner conversation.
This Senkai is the form I show only to those special few enemies.
The sword dropped into his hand, its glow fading away to reveal the sealed form of the sword.
Who are truly deserving of my vow to kill them with my own hands. You are only the second to ever see it.
Axel?
Sorry, flattered.
Despite how carefully I said it, I was being truthful. As he was currently, this was his way of saying he had respect for me. I flared my Ryatsu, and he flared his in response.
Here I come, Ichigo Kurosaki.
And that is the end of Chapter 2 of To Undo It All. Execution.
Shido Getsu
once
is my
again.
favorite.
Woo!
Yippee!
Shido Getsu's
so-
freaking comments in
Wow.
the background are so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Well,
Fuck off.
It's like his
Fuck
realization
you.
is like every
I-
time everyone says your name,
I'm-
they're about to do their ultimate power. Why didn't we just realize this?
I'm so happy
Can
I
I
got
just-
picked for Shiro.
You're playing it perfectly.
Thank you.
I
Oh, you did a
definitely,
good job with
Can
him.
I
I definitely will add that a small aspect. I cannot.
guys,
Go for it.
let them talk, please. They've been trying for the longest. Shut up. I want to hear them. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Thank you, Siren. I just want to say you're all very talented. You're all so good. What the fuck? What
You are
the
too.
heck?
No, thank
Yeah.
you, sweetie.
Me?
I'm just
Yeah.
one guy.
Yeah,
you
you
take
did
first,
really
yeah.
good.
I
Yeah.
liked your how much emotion you put into Ruki. I could see her actually doing that.
Yeah,
on the
you have
end.
her
Yeah.
voice too. Like you have it
Listen,
down.
like,
Yeah.
and listen, I've never even watched or read Bleach. I just went and watched like clips of her from the dub. to get references.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
perfect.
no,
Um,
that's smart.
I
That's
meant to
very
do
smart to
that.
be able to do the research that you need to in order to look up the character. You did a phenomenal job, honestly.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep, yep.
thank
Mhm.
you, thank you.
Yeah, I generally can't wait for the scenes where Ruki and Ichika start bickering with each other because I feel like you're gonna be able to pull that off
Oh my
delightfully.
god, I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
Oh yeah.
That'll be
Uh,
interesting.
For a
So
fun little
ready for-
side note, part of the reason Shiro was the way that he was in this chapter was because he was just actively pissed off that he was being sealed. He was just venting that out by just screaming at everything.
No, but
Real.
his realizations to things, it was the funniest thing.
Just like, hold on. Why the fuck did they?
I unfortunately have to run. I have to go now.
Oh yeah, you're
It was a
fine.
pleasure
Don't
meeting
worry
you.
about
It
it.
was-
Yeah.
Have a good one. It was nice
It
meeting
was
you.
good
a
meeting.
sincere
Enjoy
pleasure.
the rest of your day.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
have a great day.
You have a good one.
It was great doing this with all you. Goodbye, everybody. Bye,
Bye.
chat.
Bye.
See ya, weeb.
Bye.
I wonder if they have a Twitch.
Oh, I didn't think to check either.
I mean, if they
the
did, I
at
would say
leaves
it'd probably
you
be
there.
on Grimm's
Yep, I shouted them out.
Twitch thingy.
Yeah, you got one in chat right now.
Oh yeah, there's a shout out.
Yeah, that was from me.
I know, I just thought I would remind you.
Yeah, same here. Thank you.
Yeah, that was definitely a delightful. That was
That was
It
an
was
incredible amount of fun.
Definitely something.
that was a lot of
Yep,
fun.
yep.
Hi, Moon Tea.
That was a
Hi,
lot of fun, I'm not gonna
Sleeper.
lie.
Yeah. I'm also happy that we were able to get it within the quote-unquote time limit that we're working with, even though it's a lot looser than it was before.
No,
Mhm.
That's
no,
what she
Mhm.
said.
dude, thank you. I appreciate.
Mhm.
I appreciate you. That was very sweet of you to accommodate me. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, same here. Even though I was like, we're not gonna talk about that.
But yeah. We're definitely. I'm loving that I'm seeing in chat like this whole time. Outside of the whole, everyone was flirting with everyone. For some reason, people were doing backflips at some point. I do appreciate
That was crazy.
seeing some people actually mentioning that, like, for one, like some people mentioned like they were excited to see us do this because they had read the story originally, and like us bring this to life in this way was like an incredible blessing. And also other people that were mentioning like this was the first time they were experiencing Bleach in general. So
Yeah, no, I know very little about Bleach. Very little. about
Same.
it.
Me
No,
too.
nothing.
I'm at like
Cider, what
episode
the
20,
It's just
fuck?
been a long
32,
time
I
since I've
think.
watched it.
Cider, you can't do this shit.
too
Yeah, I
bad.
just did.
Yeah,
Too
do it
damn
again.
bad.
No.
Do it again. Do it
Do it
again. Do it again.
I
Stop.
beseech all of you, with even the smallest bits or the smallest subs that you have, donate every single bit of it to Pretty Little Siren.
Not
and
me.
devote yourselves completely to her.
Not
Yeah,
me.
favoritism?
And
What about the
Grim, and Grim,
favoritism?
and
Not
Grim,
me.
Oh,
And Grim.
Don't
already
worry, Grim. I
Well,
you-
will step in for you. You should
And
send your
Grim.
bits to
Well, you-
Grim. Look.
Well, you already had a hype train. I'm trying to see about getting her one too.
no, yeah, I don't want to.
Honestly valid. Absolutely
I
valid.
don't want people to give me money. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
Give them money.
There you go.
Yes, yes.
More.
Hype train. Create the hype
Yes.
train. Make sure that you give every little bit that you have.
Raise it.
And share
Raise
it.
it.
Like you YouTube buds, don't do that.
Raise that
There's the-
hype train.
One
The
day
three
this'll be
people
me.
are crazy.
We must go even further beyond.
Plus
Stop.
Ultra!
Plus Ultra. I was thinking of Super Saiyan 3. Fuck.
Oh, well, you know what? Fair enough.
The famous, I'm like, the
Next
famous
time on
moment.
Dragon Ball Z.
I remember when
Next
All Might
time.
went to the Saiyan 3.
Whoa.
What didn't?
Thunder, stop
Didn't
with
his-
the meow meows.
Didn't-
Great. Whichever one of you has the British accent, now you're making my friend fold. Congrats.
What,
Which-
what I
which
just
one?
said?
Which one?
I think
Which
it's
one?
probably Axel. I think.
Right,
Yeah,
Axel,
it's
I can't
probably
see who's down
Axel.
here.
Damn it.
Thank you so very much, Slender Kid, for the 1,500 bits. Your donation, your kindness is appreciated.
That's my boyfriend,
It's-
by the way.
it's-
He's always spoiling me.
It's no fair.
As-
I'm
See-
sorry, Siren, but Axel's about to steal your boy.
Oh, go ahead, try. I
Tell
think
Siren
so.
steals the girls, it's fine.
When you
Yeah,
have a
go ahead,
voice like
try.
mine, I can only sound annoying, but when you have a deep voice like that, everyone falls. I wish I had a voice like that.
No, you understand. I'm in the
Same.
right now, so I don't know.
You
I just
you
think
continue to cherish her. You don't listen to her. Cherish her even more. Cherish her.
cherish me. Hold on.
Support
Stop!
her.
He's gonna use all
Do
his
everything
salary.
possible.
Slender,
One
don't.
Put
second.
a ring on that finger, you
Bro,
bitch!
definitely do that. Definitely do that. I've been waiting since high school. Okay, I've been with this dude since high school. So it's about time you do that.
We got
But
Troy, Gabriella, nice to meet you.
Zesty!
Well,
I'm not either of those things!
I don't know, man. If Chad says it, then it's gotta be true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, chat says it's gotta be true. Okay, Grim.
No pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, see, they even called you cute. And a
What?
bottom.
oh yeah,
What?
he is a cutie patootie bottom. I agree.
He's definitely a bottom.
Siren, I will tear you into a sunder!
I have not gotten to
Aw,
most
look
of
at
think it's all
him
the same.
cry. That's so cute.
Cry? I am above such moral
Oh,
feelings.
darling, I said try, not cry.
You can cry if you want, though.
I genuinely wish you did. Gosh, I hate this.
If it helps, I
It's
have
okay,
I
I
have yet to
understand.
form enough. I have yet to spend enough time with you to make an opinion as to whether or not you're what. If that helps.
Oh
Sir
no,
would
it's
be a
fine.
very bratty bottom. He is a bratty bottom when he doesn't get his way.
Bratty?
Oh.
Okay, Bratty
Yeah.
maybe. Bottom no.
Siren seems to be right for judgment so far, so.
Yeah.
Slender,
Yeah.
you Slender,
Siren.
I support you and your love 100%. Please, don't stop.
Siren is that bottom that tries to deny the allegations. I've yet to meet anyone to put me in my place, so therefore there
Oh.
is no such thing.
Excuse me, I'm right here.
Well,
I am right here.
Yes, and you've done nothing. You've done nothing but betray my trust and our relation. Hence, ex-husband.
Says the man who keeps trying to push the narrative of friends with benefits.
Moon chill.
Push the narrative. We established that together. Then you ditched me on stream
Yeah, because you keep pushing it, clearly.
because Okay, I see that there is no such thing to you.
Also, Skog is here.
Slender. That's right, Slender.
Skog, do you want
Feed
some?
into your darkness.
Okay,
Feed into your
Skog.
Slender?
darkness.
if you give me one more thing, I'm gonna take away your booby privileges. Okay?
Oh,
No more
Oh.
seeing these double D's. Okay?
How dare you?
I'll replace him. That's fine.
Now, Slender, I need you to take a moment to consider, Slender. What's more important? Seeing fleshy
Boobs.
warts on your chest, or knowing that you are supporting the love of your life?
You can
Graham!
support their boobs.
What are you talking about?
Why can't you do both?
Skog. Wait,
Also,
real quick.
boobs are more important because he sleeps over them. He sleeps on them.
Exactly.
Well,
Ah.
yeah, boobs are wonderful.
Yeah, that's true. That's
They're
true.
nice and soft and
Also-
squishy.
Cute and cuddly.
We must make
Also-
sacrifices for the ones that we love, Slender. Why not
Also?
just provide a little bit more support?
Mm.
I'm hearing a serpent saying also.
Just wanted to point at the Skog. If you have to ask, you're not doing a good job.
Oh,
You're not do-
You realize they could be talking down
Yeah,
to
we
you,
got
like
so
that
mad
little
over boobs
babying
and
voice of like the
boobs.
like typical like, oh, do you want someone to push you in a corner?
I will turn all of your money into serpents, I swear.
Do it. What money?
Wait, what?
what?
Ugh.
Male what?
Oh my God! Yes.
Slender. Let's
Okay,
go,
damn,
Slender.
Yes, go Slender. Yes, yes.
Okay, hold on.
Good
Not-
boy.
okay.
Yes.
Feed into
I'm
the
gonna end the
darkness,
stream.
feed into
Wait,
the
I actually have him on the
darkness.
phone here. Hold on. Slender?
Yeah, pull him up.
I
pull him
mean,
up.
you can. We're still gonna be live on my end.
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, speak up.
I am so proud of you, Slender. I'm so
What a
proud
goofy
of
little
you.
man. What a
Hey,
goofy
tell-
little guy.
Siren, call Slender a good boy.
Slender. Sweetheart, you're such a good boy.
Well,
What did I
obviously,
get
give you all
myself
my money,
into?
I gotta provide for my wife.
Facts.
Yes, I knew that.
Gotta love the instant acceptance.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Yep,
I hope
husband
you
core,
know
baby.
you got no more
What?
boob privileges.
Sandra, put a
just
ring
so you
on
know.
this motherfucker. Put a ring on him. On
Put a ring on something else in.
That's a good
my
laugh.
cock.
I know you're. What? What do you mean, muck?
Did you just call her
What?
Muck?
Yeah.
Muck.
Mookie.
You mean
The
Mookie?
Pokemon?
That's Muck. Nope, it's Muck the Pokemon. That's what I think of them already.
Oh my
absolutely,
God.
Muck. That is Muck.
This is a
Yeah.
first for me, and I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it. What the fuck?
Muck.
Hey, Muck, be a good little echo and return to Daddy.
Well, I know for a fact that you've just broken her.
Muck.
I know for a fact you just broke her.
Oh, female, even better.
Wait, is it
I know
Mug?
what I
or-
can say now.
Wait,
It's
so
Mookie.
just to be clear-
Female, even
Another
better.
name is
That's insane.
Mookie.
Wait, just to be
Oh,
clear, is
wait.
it Mookie or Miki?
It's Mookie.
A
Mookie,
glass
got
of
it.
Muck is crazy.
Got it.
Yeah,
I would like a
there's-
glass of milk.
I
Wait.
don't think it's Mookie because she's my pretty little kitty.
Hey, man. No, sorry, you want a good one? You want a good one to use?
Mm.
They like it when you say princessa.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did
no,
call
that's
her that
Mookie.
earlier. Them, Mookie, my beautiful princess.
Oh, she's big.
Come
You know-
here.
The things I would say, I can't really say on Twitch.
On to the blue Twitch!
That on my stream regardless, just
Aye.
full send.
Nice.
Yeah,
I won't.
Moonty likes Princessa. Mookie
Uh,
won't say it, but they like being called a bad girl.
Nice.
Love that. Siren, you and I, what we gotta do later.
Oh yeah,
Ay, que las que
definitely.
se te las
Please.
locos chingados sobre te las
Not the
I
princess.
just
Oh, damn. Axel's pulling it out. Holy shit.
Princessa, such a good girl.
I just want
will
someone
be
to
fine.
submit to me. That's it.
The only person that's probably gonna submit to you is Graham, and he divorced you.
Why would I
That's a
submit
lot
to
right
serpents?
there.
Why would I be the one submitting in between me and serpents?
Oh, my bad.
Beautiful
Right,
man.
he's the bottom.
Yeah.
I happen to think
That's
you're pretty
crazy.
cool, Serpents. I happen to think you're pretty cool.
Thank you very much.
You can be
Also,
cool on a
if you
bottom.
haven't,
Those things
Hey,
don't
follow
contradict each
all
other.
of
Being a
these
bottom
lovely
is not a
people.
bad thing.
Oh, bottom brand, whatever you say.
If you
Anyway.
don't
What
follow everybody, I will have to remove princess privileges.
Rainbow, what? What is it?
He knows who he is. I see you, dude. Oh, so it is Abyss.
And another one bites the dust.
Has
You know,
something
I
to do
signed
with the
up for this
purple
shit.
coat of some dude with from Yu-Gi-Oh? What?
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 Purple? Oh, you're saying serpents is from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Are you saying Yugi? Are you talking about Yugi?
I'm definitely not Yugi, but I think I know what they're talking about. I've been compared to a
don't
lot of
fall for
Yu-Gi-Oh
it,
cards.
Do you fall for me,
Shiro.
princess?
Mookie's falling for Shiro. They've been saying that the entire time on my end.
What do you mean falling? She's been down bad for him.
Well,
I can tell.
yes.
There's
As you can
nothing
see,
worthy
Shiro.
of being down bad for me. That's
To be fair, not that it's a surprise, but 90% of Shiro's chat is down bad for him. Including
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy.
Well, yes,
Including
he's a
me.
Dragon
That's crazy
vampire.
ones.
me. Do you
No,
see
he
how
doesn't.
sensual you're sitting on that rock in your PNG, man? You're just
I'm
presenting.
legs.
I'm just chilling,
You
drinking
gotta-
my blood. You
You
know.
gotta put like a thing that shows like chat, so you're sitting on chat instead of a rock.
Mm,
I
That's-
kind of want to get them on all fours so I can sit on them.
Amen.
Damn.
In my church, amen.
I mean, you know, someone's got to.
I want to kill all of
do we have anything else that we're doing?
híjole.
I mean, the most I'll just be like talking about like logistics and things like that. So if you don't feel like it or want to wait till in the actual read-alongs channel, then feel free to dip.
Moonty's lying.
Hey,
I might.
hey, Purple Coat. That's all I'm gonna call you now. You gotta say the dual line for chat.
Serpents, you know what you have to
Serpent.
do.
Wait, what's happening?
You have
get
to
to the
say
duel
the
line.
it's time to duel.
Yes, yes, you do, Rainbow. Yes, you
It's
do. Okay, go ahead.
time to duel!
Bye, Rainbow John.
Bye,
Bye,
Rainbow.
Rainbow.
You pulled that
I
off
will
so
see-
quickly. See you
I will
later,
see
Rainbow.
you tomorrow. I'll see you soon.
There's
Bye,
my
Rainbow.
pretty princess.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! I got fucking jump scare by fucking spring trap.
Have fun.
Why are you on Dead by Daylight?
Listen, I have nothing to put in my background, okay? I don't got
No, I
money.
understand.
Leave me alone.
I do that too sometimes.
I'm
You
sorry.
wanna switch to Dead by
Okay,
Daylight?
Abyss.
Do you wanna? Yes, sir.
If
Yeah,
you
man.
want some free shit, you see my background on my stream, right?
Yeah, the one for the chat, the read along thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just googled
You're both
campfire and just saved that image to my desktop and just set that as the background.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart. I have a shirtless man, and I have the male and female version of Trickster as my background. I can't show that on Twitch.
Oh no,
I just,
this
I
isn't
just
my
find memes.
this isn't my
my
PC
God.
background. This is like in OBS. I set it as like the back,
OBS
like
one.
the farthermost layer.
Oh, I was gonna say
Ah.
I can't show as my background.
Yeah.
But Moonty, it's fine to just admit that you fold. It's
Yeah,
not a
that's
bad
just
thing to
lag,
admit.
and Mookie as well.
It's not about the admit at all.
Well, see, Moon Tea is just one of the biggest spreads I've ever seen.
I'm sure, exactly.
They
Thank
may
you.
or may not
They don't
specifically
believe it,
be
but I
into
say
being
it all the
lectured on.
time.
Well, even still,
They
You know what?
do. They
you know
love
what?
it actually.
And
You know what, Moonty? I respect it.
You don't deserve to see it, you fucking bitch.
Don't get my girl like that. The fuck?
Okay,
Don't you
Shashira,
like
I
treating
do-
her like that? Didn't you talk about a collar and a leash?
okay, here,
Oh,
I
but
am
that's how
not-
she likes it.
Oh, I love
so she
that
likes
for my servants.
degrading.
Moonty,
I love
be-
that.
Moonty, sweetie, I believe you. Don't worry.
I don't.
Guys, I'm gonna piss. Are we
Yes.
playing something?
Oh,
Go
can I come
piss,
with
Yeah,
King.
I'm switching to Dead by Daylight. I just had to like end that stream and then continue the second stream because I wanted it to be
Ah.
two separate sections.
I
Let's
need
go,
to
piss,
re-download
King.
Dead by
Okay.
Daylight. I might re-download Dead by Daylight because you said that.
Do
Motherfucker.
it. Join us.
Maybe.
She's
I have to meet up with someone after this.
3 times.
Mookie, stop lying and we won't have
I
to
need to
talk.
stop looking at this stupid skin. This is the third time in a row I've hit my face with this fucker.
I am going to
Stop
go
hitting
ahead.
your face.
Yeah,
It's such a beautiful face.
I am going to go ahead and
Thank
head
you,
out real
darling.
quick because I do need to get some stuff
Bye,
done and taken care of.
Axel.
So I do want to say thank you
Mhm.
to all of you. Thank you, Grimlock. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, chat. It was a sincere pleasure, and I look forward to doing this again.
Oh yeah.
And just know that from the bottom of
You
my
as
heart,
well.
I can't deserve all the happiness in the world and more.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
I am absolutely delighted that
Give
you
me
were
a
able
kiss.
to join for this project, Axel. I
Give me
really
a
do
kiss.
appreciate it. And Serpents is doing his
Give
thing.
me a kiss.
I appreciate
me a
it.
kiss. Give me a kiss.
Say please.
Give me a kiss.
Beg for it.
Please.
Mwah.
No.
Hey.
Yes!
Oh, sounds like a good time.
All right. See you, everyone. Bye.
I will
See
say
ya, Axel.
please because it is polite.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Jamais.
Saying please is polite. I don't care whatever that is. But begging, no thank you.
Hey,
You don't like
it's,
to beg?
it's hot when they beg, though.
No, I like to be
Are you
polite.
guys still doing the streaming thing, chatting together, or did it end because I stopped?
Oh, I canceled it. Yeah. You're good.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Siren, give me your link. I'll join yours.
Okay, let me just create a new one. right
Here.
here.
Yeah.
Alright, I am going to dip before my stream, trying to get rid of this headache.
Oh yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
for having me. I appreciate
Okay.
you guys, yeah.
Oh yes.
I
Nice
appreciate you
meeting
joining while you have a headache. I really appreciate
Yeah.
you doing
Yeah,
that.
no
Yeah.
problem. I'm sorry for being late.
You're good,
Might
man.
actually
This
shower.
is it's very much not the most opportune time, and I'm just happy that we got almost everybody that we could for
We
it.
did.
Yeah.
It all
If
worked
it
out.
helps, I was late too.
Yeah.
I was late as well.
I
Yeah,
spilled
I
my
think
peanut
that's
butter
actually fine.
sandwich.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, you did what to it?
He fucked it.
What? What?
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
I was making a peanut butter
What the
jelly
fuck?
sandwich when I was doing this, and I accidentally dropped the peanut butter when I realized I was here. And I dropped it
Yeah,
on
that's
my
how you
head.
got all over your hands. No other way.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's actually, that sucks.
Grim, you perverted piece of shit.
You gotta-
You
you gotta-
put-
you
Yeah,
gotta
I'm-
literally send it
I'm
to me,
the
Siren, 'cause
perverted
it's
one.
not- I don't have Chrome. 'cause I
I'm
have
the
Opera,
perverted
I
one.
have
Meanwhile,
Windows.
all
Okay,
of you
I'll
have been
send it to you
rizzing up
then.
chat.
I've done nothing but instigate.
What is this Riz you speak of? I don't have that.
Oh my god, Skibbity.
Yeah, I have
Riz.
restraining orders.
Sid, go
Oh my
away,
God.
Sid. We've been over this. Go away.
I have rage
Every time
order.
someone mentions wrist, I have to do that.
No, that's actually great. I freaking love that. That's so great.
You gotta
Right.
do it in a Stitch voice.
I'm gonna
That's
disappear.
what-
I have
That's how it's
wrist
done.
restraining orders.
No.
Restraining
Missed it.
orders.
Her name is Riz.
Oh my god.
Rohana means it's your family. Go to the United States to go to college.
Alabama. Hawaii's in the United States.
It is.
Ohana means drop them titties.
Hey, yo.
I mean, I'm here for that.
Okay.
Baby boy,
I
and
am
you can have some
here
milk.
for that.
Nope.
Yeah, give it to us.
Good boy.
I think that'll get me.
I don't know what gets you, Grim, actually.
A lot of things.
But
get
it wasn't
off.
directed towards you. But if you like it, then yeah.
I bet. I mean, granted, I just like big titties.
That's crazy.
That is.
Then again, who
You like
doesn't
being
like
what,
big
Grim?
titties?
Exactly.
I mean, I like both.
I like all titties. Let's be real.
Well,
I'm not
everyone
against
likes
them,
all
though.
titties because titties are fantastic, but I particularly like big ones.
Exactly.
Titties are wonderful.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a preference, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's
You
nothing
can-
wrong with preference.
It's like chocolate. You can appreciate all forms of chocolate, but you know what you got in a favorite.
That you
I
know
have
what?
to
You
s-
have a point there.
I have to say,
Oh,
I like
stop
the
it.
middle. Like nothing between
I like
big and
Twix.
small. I like the middle. I like medium. Nothing too much to hurt them, but just enough to be nice.
The ever famous phrase, medium is premium.
Oh god. I'm ready, Abyss.
That's a.
Just send me
okay.
the
You
invite.
guys have fun. I'll see you guys
Yeah.
later.
Bye.
Okay,
Sun, are you
Have a
gonna
good
join
one.
the
Bye.
Nice to meet
Or-
you.
You as well.
Is he in the server, Slender?
Hmm.
He
Are we
is
going
in the
yours?
server.
Or like what are we doing?
Tell
Because I gotta
Slender
pee. I've been
love
holding in
you.
my piss. We gotta figure this out.
Go pee, bitch.
I've been
Yeah,
holding
we can
it since we
switch- we can
started.
Dude, you could have just
Wait,
let
can I
us
hold
know
it?
when we
Yes,
would.
Let me aim it for you.
You could have let
I
us
didn't
know, and
wanna
it would have let us have a
leave. I didn't
bathroom
wanna
break.
leave.
Hey, I didn't want to leave everyone hanging in case I missed it. Cause I haven't gone yet today, and I've been gone all day.
Dude, did you see
Oh
how
my
many times we
God.
got sidetracked? You could have gone whenever you wanted. We would have let it happen.
Touche.
Grim, are you playing with us or not?
I don't have the game.
Join us. What?
Yeah.
Siren, I'll talk to some people, but if I can join, I will. I will let you know.
On Dead by Daylight or Among Us?
Dead by Daylight, both.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, then we shall go to my server.
Okay,
Wham, bam,
I'm
yes,
going to
ma'am.
peace. I'm gonna peace out
Alright.
and piss. So,
Bye.
All right.
Peace, peace.
Goodbye, servant.
bye.
Can I hit Abyss and Siren
Goodbye,
for making
Grim.
you fold? No. Alright. See y'all,
What?
everybody.
What the fuck did you? What?
Mookie said,
happened?
can I hit Abyss and Siren for making her fold? And I said no.
I mean, she's the one that wants to be hit. Let's be so for real.
Yeah, I can see that.
Love you,
Yeah.
X. Nice bruising on the skin would
Anyways.
make her look wonderful.
That's have fun choking each other out, whatever the ex lovers to current lovers, whatever arc you
What
got
are you
going
talking
on.
about? I'm leaving as well. I have to make sure. But I will
Also,
give
now you
Grim
are
a big
leaving
pat.
Grim. Hypocrite.
I am leaving. I will give Grim a big kiss, though. Mwah. Okay, bye.
Hmm.
I like giving everyone kisses. Abyss, come here. Mwah.
Yay! Alright, let me just do a shout out really quick.
You had a lot of viewers in this one.
The channel I'm shouting at doesn't exist. What the fuck do you mean?
It was awesome, though. Okay, gotta go now. We.
WK, not WB. There we go. What? How am I doing this wrong? How? Why? Oh, I see what I'm messing up. There we go. Now Lucky has the shout out. He unfortunately was not able to make it to this stream, but I did know that was going to happen. That's way too big. I'll just keep myself at this size. So I did know that Lucky was going to be very late if he could make it at all. And I am sad that he wasn't able to make it. He is going to be playing Chad and Renji for all of the following read-alongs. This just happens to be a bit more of a rush for this particular. All right, this was just a bit more of a rush read-along compared to what the future ones will be. Mostly in the nature of according to everyone's schedules, initially we didn't have the ability to have this read-along occur on this day, but probably right when during Off Kai, so on this Sunday that just passed, Sir Pens did inform me that he would be able to make it, so a lot of this past few days has been trying to make all the times work. We actually did change the when we would be doing things. I'd say like 3 different times is what we ended up proposing, and then we eventually got to the one that we did today. And there were several other issues of the matter and all of that. Things were definitely very complicated. I don't know how much of what I just said was actually on stream, since I just saw that the ad ended. So I'll just repeat myself a little bit. So it definitely was a bit of a chaotic time to get this individual session to occur. The next one definitely will be longer lasting. Definitely will have more people being able to join in. Well, people will force to join in more because we're going to have a lot more people going in. Let me pull up a document right. You have it ready on the side. So today we had 7 voices to proceed. The 7 voices that we needed to have in the read along for the largest chapter we're reading. The next chapter will demand 17 voice actors. The things are definitely escalating in scale as they grow. We're definitely having more people needing to join in. We're definitely going to have more voice actors coming in. From what I'm able to see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we have 10 new voices coming in for the next stream. I have 3 of them currently decided. No, 4 of them. 4 of them. Let me fix this in the document. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. There we go, yeah. So in the document I have, we have 4 voices already confirmed, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more voices I need to assign. So any voice actors in chat, if you are interested in joining this project, please join my Discord, which I will be linking in the chat. There is a channel there for auditions where you can send voice reels of yourself and potentially join this cast and be a reoccurring character. We accept any and all submissions and all of that. We appreciate anyone who joins in. I want to make sure everyone here is having fun, having similar experiences to what you just had today. We definitely still do things as we can, but have a good time doing it. So things were definitely going to slowly increase in prospect and all of that. Yes, you can invite a friend. As long as you trust them, I will allow you to invite them into the server. And from there, I'll take matters into my own hands. As long as they submit some sort of demo reel I can listen to, I will acknowledge them and consider them for the cast. There is no restrictions on who to invite, who to join, literally none. Half of the people in this call were purely just people that joined because it was a voice acting thing. Like there's no constrictions, no worries, nothing like that. Just go off, enjoy yourself, have fun. What I will be attempting to do is to have a read along every 2 weeks. That way we have the time we need to arrange time everyone can work with. And I have already a good cast of voice actors, so the more the merrier, especially with more people. Things get more complicated, but that can't really be helped. But still, everyone clearly is having a good time with these. I'm having a good time. All the voice actors are enjoying themselves. Clearly, you guys are liking it if we have so many people in the chat currently and all of that, and all the collaborations and what have you. I've had so many more people come to me as of recent, mentioning how much they're enjoying the series and enjoying to undo it all and appreciating my writing. We had someone in chat earlier mentioning that they were happy to get it in this medium, and I will be uploading all of these. I'll be uploading these as VODs in the first place to my YouTube channel, which should be getting linked sometime soon. I have it on a bot to do it automatically, but I will be uploading these as a VODs on my own. But Sir Pens, in his free time, will also be editing these professionally. Well, I'm going to say it's professionally because he absolutely does not have to be doing it. and it's a delight that he's taken the time to volunteer for it. And so he will be editing these. We'll be doing proper, professionally recorded voice lines and things of that nature. All will be done so that you can have a proper, crisp experience with an actual audiobook of the series of To Do It All. So definitely look forward to that, and I will link Serpens as many goddamn times as I have to, because he deserves all of the love for doing these things. It's purely his own volunteering that it's even happening in the first place. And there's just so many things going on behind the scenes. It's really an incredible delight that we're all able to get this to occur. I owe all of it to all the people that surround me, all the people that join in, voice actors, friends, VTubers, editors, 100 dozen other people. Doc, Knock is his name, who is the one who made the song that you can probably just barely hear in the background, the one that I had playing as the opening music for my stream. He made that all on his own, purely as an act of appreciation for me, and I will credit him till the day I die. It is... none of this could succeed without all of this people, all of you in chat, all of the ones that follow me online. And it really is a wonder to see all of these things work, and I'm so happy I could make it work. Being able to have these group projects, have this community, is the exact thing I'm going for. To have all of this love and displays and appreciation is such a delight to be a part of and make happen. And I'm definitely going to be doing more things of this nature in the future. Definitely will be doing more collaborative content, because I personally believe that is the greatest way to make people have a greater voice, have them have more exposure, to really bring more things to light in a way that I believe people deserve to be. That's definitely part of the reason why I have these voice acting things. It's not just promoting my own stories, but far more, it's promoting all of these incredible and wonderful voices. And if I can get someone to get a professional acting thing, if I can make them realize that they are suited for voice acting, that they have a talent they did not realize they had or were insecure about, and they get something that will allow them to realize how wonderful and incredible of a person they are, that will be the gifts that all I need. Being able to show these people I love, show them they have their talent, show them they have their skill, helping other people realize all of these wonderful people that exist in the world, that is all I treasure and wish could happen. And with that on the stream, I unfortunately do not have very much time in the day. I have so many things that I do off stream that I don't have the time to continue yapping in this chat. So what we will instead do is raid outs to someone. And I already picked a rage channel while I was talking. As much as I know that you would appreciate me staying Mookie, I generally do not have the time. I have so many things I'm organizing and figuring out. And all of that. Like, there's so much I have handling. If anything, I am aggressively behind on several things. I have a commission I should have had finished days ago that I am barely halfway through completing, and I have to finish it today. Like a genuine necessity to finish it today so I can get things paid off. So we will be starting a raid to Caleb Obscurus, a sibling of mine, who is also a voice actor who will be appearing in our next read-along. Let's get this raid message, from the campfire. There's so many things I'm doing behind the scenes, so many things I'm busy with. I have like 3 hours out of an entire week of free time each week, and most of the time I don't even get that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be our raid message for the delightful Caleb Obscurus. He is a wonderful man. He's playing a game called Downhill. I'm going to make the joke that it all goes downhill from here, but really, he's such a lovely and wonderful man. He deserves all the love and attention. He's going to be Genryusa Yamamoto for the story of To Undo It All with his incredibly delightful, gravelly old man voice. one of the incredible voice actors. He does narration streams, he does variety streams, he does horny streams, he does so many wonderful things, and he deserves all the love. So I appreciate all of you for stopping by my campfire today. It would not be the warm place it is if not for all of you stopping by to appreciate it with me. And so I say to all of you, I hope you had a good time.